And we are live. What's up, everybody?
Hello.
Hey guys. Welcome to episode 35 of our main campaign. We are the Sleepless Knights, a D&D actual play Twitch stream and podcast. I love Evan's little head shake every time I say actual play. It's my favorite. I don't even want to say it anymore, but I have to. Yeah, so we stream Wednesdays at 8:30, YouTube release on Saturdays, and podcast release on Tuesdays of that same week. So check us out there if you want to listen in, watch.
The podcast
anything.
comes out before the actual episode? Wow, you should listen to our podcast and find out if that's true.
Anyway, we're still doing our follower goal. Set that goal. When we reach 150 followers, a random follower will get their choice of any Wizard of the Coast official book. So if you're interested in that and like what we do here, follow, and you'll be entered into the giveaway. Other than that, I think I'm ready to get some D&D going.
Woo!
Well, that's right.
Yeah.
I go.
Let's go.
Too long.
I have a surprise for all of you, but I'm going to wait until either the beginning of next session and or the end of this session. You guys are good.
That's
You will get
scary.
Nobody make it look like
Dad,
I want all the
buy you a
presents
toy.
now.
Toy,
What
you are good.
constitutes as being good, though?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
That is the question.
What's our rubric?
Okay, small little recap. So we continued our adventure as you guys still found yourselves on a great plateau abandoned by Kate Snow. It's Calder. Once again.
Come on.
There was some small talk between Ren and Calder and Egg and Velkin. Someone else talked. I'm pretty sure somebody else talked. Isaiah and somebody else. Can't really remember. It's been 2 weeks. Yeah, Joel.
It has been 2 weeks.
If you want to listen to what they talked about, go back and listen to our other episodes. It's a great
I made a
conversation.
threat.
I swear. There was a threat. There's some science and love.
There were some great talks.
There was some great talk. 3 hours later, we actually got to start playing D&D. And after the night, Cade Snow actually did arrive back. Kind of in a...
Only because we yelled at him. I had to message him. He didn't
Right.
just arrive back.
He decided to come back at the kindness of his heart.
Hmm.
He decided to come back. And offer you guys a ride. Though you guys wanted to get as close as possible to Airbar, your current destination, he had other plans for you. Pretty much telling you that he's going to take you back to where it all began. Elbador. As he had some unfinished business there. And just wanted to show you exactly how devastating the event that you now look out upon actually was. You all took his hand once again. The similar scar lit up on his hand with the blue flame. A bright blue glow encapsulated his body and eventually consumed all of you. And with the same thud and harsh landing as you once felt before taking this trip, you landed on a flat plain. Wasn't supposed to be flat, or empty, or leveled. You now stood in the town of Elbador, where you had all once met for the first time. A long time. Well, how many are we even close to 2 months now? 2 months, probably not even close to 2 months. Just over a month ago.
32.
32 days ago. Thank you, timekeeper Sarah. 32 days ago, the small logging town sitting right up against the Chondawood. I keep wanting to say Chondath every time I say Chondawood. Right up against the Chondawood, no longer existed. Completely leveled and nothing but dust in ruin were around you. Even a few miles into the Chondawood itself, you could see it was laid flat. But whatever had swept through here, all of you assuming that it was the storm that you all witnessed beginning to happen whenever you were in the fields near Hardcastle. It's what you call Spell Plague Delta? I don't remember what you guys said on Sleepless, but something like that.
Oh, yeah. Delta variant.
Delta variant of the spell plague.
Oh, yeah.
Cade Snow not seeming surprised by the devastation, but all of you obviously surprised at what you found here. There was one remaining building that stood on top of the winding hill, the Monastery of Ilmater, the large stone building of Mater, with the large hands that were crossed, wrapped with the red rope that kind of encapsulated the large wooden doors to it. This seemed to be Cade Snow's destination for all of you. As he began to mention things like Lord Mystel, or Master Mystel, sort of abandoning his post under some sort of charge and some sort of watch that Cade Snow had entrusted him. You could tell there was sort of a little bit of bitterness that Mystel had left this place for whatever reason. You eventually entered the monastery alongside Snow and took a different route that you had before whenever you were here 31 days ago, we'll say. When you guys decided to take a look through the bunk room in the kitchen, you actually missed this door that led downward. Cade Snow eventually leading you down into what seemed like just the crypt or a basement of this monastery. He came to doors that seemed to be locked and unlocked by some magical words. Calder, do you remember the words?
Yes.
Testing.
I
I'm going to
do.
start pop
I
quizzing
do.
all of you on these recaps.
We are judged before the god of death.
Is exactly what Cade Snow said in front of this door, and whenever it opened, it led into a large octagonal chamber, much larger than the monastery that you had entered. A large, beautiful chandelier standing above a pedestal that was kind of on a raised slope. The pedestal made of pure obsidian. After a little bit of explanation of what this was, Cade Snow told you that that he had crafted this device to keep not only the moonstone hidden or protected, but also something inside it. This device had encapsulated a piece of a potential soul of evil Lord or Devil of Chaos, in which Cade had apparently found and decided it would be a good place to put here. He did ask for one volunteer to help him check if indeed this piece of soul was missing, and that was our friend Calder, who not really volunteered, but Cade Snow volunteered for the group. Asked him to place his hand on top of the pedestal and repeat the words. What were the words?
We are judged before the god of death.
Right. We are judged before the god of death. You placed your hand on the pedestal, and your hand was engulfed in the familiar silver and black flame. And it was at that point an ambient rumble, as if space around you began to crack and crumble in your ears and in your mind. With a sudden boom and a resounding bass feeling in all of your chest, the pedestal actually split, began to hover, housing nothing inside. Cade, obviously frustrated by this, decided he had business elsewhere, and he was to hunt down Mystel and Orpentar, was at least the last known location of the old, decrepit, scarred man that you had met here in this monastery long time ago. Long time. He also mentioned to you that there were other pieces of this soul that still existed in the world, that he had not found himself. He entrusted you with a little bit of information of where two of these pieces may now reside. The first one in Erebar, in the center, under the control of the Lord there, in the center of the city, which had been rumored recently to have a giant hole in the center of it. Some massive shadow demon emerged from the ground itself. And the other, along the Pirate Isles, with a dragon who had disguised himself as a pirate lord for many, many years, named the Corsair. Who was rumored to have a home within the skeleton of a titan. He tasked you with helping him find these two remaining pieces of Cyric's soul. and hopefully bring them back to him so he can figure out a way to once again hide them away. Without really giving you a choice, he almost accepted for you, though it doesn't seem like any of you really have a choice. Kate Snow disappeared, once again evaporating, leaving you alone at the bottom of this monastery. Do as you will. All of you, having some business already in Erebar, decided that would probably be the best first stop. To not only try to find the piece of Cyric's soul, but to tackle other business that you may have there in the city. And as you walked out the monastery and down the winding hill, you came to the center of the devastated Albador, with a large stone fountain in the center. And it was at that point, Ren found a large bolt in the center of her chest. And the sounds of laughter.
How'd this get here?
The sounds of laughter of an obviously unintelligent creature speaking to what seemed like a brutish form of his brother, but nowhere to be seen. And that is where we are going to start tonight's session. So, what is your initial reactions whenever this happens here?
Look for the
Oh.
source of the bolt.
Yeah, are we
Yeah.
rolling initiative or are we just like free-forming for the moment?
For the moment, you don't see anything that is worth fighting.
Ook and Isaiah will step in front of Ren as much as they can tell what front is.
Yeah. Can
Egg,
we get any idea
could
of
you-
where?
Looking
I was
around.
gonna say, based on the arrow's trajectory, looking into the woods, kind of thing.
Based on the angle that it's jutting out of my
Yeah,
chest, can I
yeah.
give an idea of like where to look?
Yeah, I
Can I
mean,
do the
obviously,
trigonometry?
as you were walking towards a northern direction, it would be towards your east, towards the Chondlewood. But there is no Chondlewood for miles that you can see. It's all laid down trees. So it looks like a sort of the remnants of a logging operation, if you will. All the trees kind of uprooted and laying down. But you kind of stand where the city's or the town center would have been at this point. You know what? We will have you all roll initiative for me. I'm going to take you over to
I
the
would.
map.
That makes sense.
Okay, sorry. Could I have gotten off of Cure Wounds? Because I wanted to. I just wanted you to finish your description.
Not going to be quick enough to get off a spell. If you want to draw weapons or do anything else. At this point.
I would no. Me. If you're asking me, then no.
Wait.
And I will let you arrange yourselves as you will.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh.
Doesn't look so bad here.
Yeah. Wow. Look at all the ash.
Doesn't look so bad here. You know, I wish I could have made a... I guess I could have just got like a... I don't know. This is nostalgia, all right?
Just
Bringing
a,
you back
just
to
a
my
pure
map.
gray board.
Yeah.
This is
I
your
need
first
Velkin.
fight.
Like
I need-
straight
I'm
gray.
sorry.
I
Which
will
direction
be-
ish did you say the shot came from?
Give me 1 second. Let me do one thing.
need
at a
to
time
Velkin.
here. It would have been this direction.
Perfect.
Okay,
Thank you.
cool.
That's
Yeah.
eastern.
I was gonna say same as Isaiah Calder would have moved to try to interpose.
I'm confused
so
on what
for-
layer this gentleman is on.
General, just moving around because the place is leveled. So anything that's considered what we see visually as an obstacle, is that still an obstacle, or
No.
we kind of- okay? So
The only
you
thing
can
that's an
absolutely
obstacle,
edit
Is
the
the
only thing that's an
fountain?
obstacle, yes, is the fountain.
Cool. Okay, well, Vulcan's
So
gonna
it's
go
flat.
here.
It
beyond
is
that.
flat beyond that. You can just imagine none of that exists. Or laid down ruin and rumble and dust. Whatever you'd like to make it. You can traverse any of it.
Hmm.
Alright, so, did you roll for Velkin?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. So, I'm actually going to use the turn order thing. Tokens.
Shit, she has a high, high initiative. I actually might go first.
Oh no.
He's
Sarah,
on your side.
you got hit pretty hard, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like 20, I think.
It's the most damage Rin has ever taken,
Yep.
ever.
And these guys. Mean what?
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 Okay.
There's somebody else on the board. No.
Wait, what?
It's not just us.
I need 25 to 20, please.
22 for Velkin.
Natural 20 for 23.
Total of
Getting
20
off my
for
cure
Isaiah.
wounds, I don't care.
Also a nat 20.
A
Nice.
sheer will.
What would you say yours was, Isaiah?
Total of 20. He's got a plus 0, so
Let's see what these
These guys.
best I can do.
Where was I? 20 to 15.
18 for Gordornan. Plus 6.
Darn
Gordornan. I was going to say Castus. Like, no, it's
Yeah.
not Castus anymore.
Mm.
15 to 10.
13.
12
I
A
beat the
slow
rogue.
rogue.
for the first time.
She just got
You did
shot
get hit in the
the
chest,
Yeah.
so that's fair.
A
I
little
guess.
preoccupied.
And Redrick.
I got a 3.
Hell yeah.
That's
I got a rock.
That's. I got a nat 1.
Oof.
You have feral instinct.
Damn.
No.
All right, so Egg Ball, you are first to go, my friend.
I'm gonna reach over and give Ren a little pat on the back for a second level cure wounds, and I'm just gonna say, ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay. So that is 16 points of healing for you.
Feeling much better.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And for my action, oh well, sorry, my fault. That was my action. My bonus action, I'm gonna give an inspiration to Isaiah.
Oh.
And I will hold my ground here because I don't know what's going on yet.
Good old pocket warmth. Love to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
That
full of
pocket
it.
is smoking.
It's a good kind of smoking. It's not on fire. Unless you
Is
want
that
to
everything? Any movement?
Nope, that's it. I'm hanging out right here.
Perfect. That is going to end your turn. It is
I don't
going
like
to
how you said
be
that.
I know.
This one's turn. In front of you, you see a brief shimmer. As you see this massive creature, ogre in stature, but a good 8 to 9 feet tall and wide in birth, wearing this purple cape with this leather pauldron. These two massive tusks coming out of what looks like a skull. No skin on the side of the face, and these large spikes kind of running down its bald head into its large muscular back. Both of them, well, I guess this one, has a large steel metal skull with 2 rubies in the center of the eye. In the center for the eyes. You see him as the shimmer kind of reveals his appearance. You see him with a large crossbow pointed in the ground. You see him knocks another arrow and looks at you. Yeah, it's going to be Castus.
What did I do?
You're coming with us.
Oh,
And he
shit.
launches the arrow. You can see as he does these 3 runes in the front of the crossbow. You can see this blue electrical energy begin to pulse at the front of the bolt before he fires. Right.
Roll low.
That is going to be a 22 to hit.
Damn it, that hits.
Right.
I made a little lower.
So you are going to take 11 points of force damage. And
Oh no.
And
And
You're gonna take 22 points of lightning damage. I need you to make
Why
me
is it always-
a Constitution saving throw.
it's always lightning.
Jesus.
Oh shit.
22.
Okay, Con.
22.
That's good. That's
Jesus.
good. My
Like 33 points of damage?
That's what it is.
Oh.
Con, that is a 17.
Okay. With a 17, you just made it. As you feel this bolt hit the side of your chest, kind of almost knock you to the ground, you stagger back up, and then the amount of lightning and force that kind of just encapsulates your entire body freezes you for a moment. You grit your teeth, and you shake it off.
Ow. Ow.
Is going to be that one's turn. And it's at that
No.
point you see him tap something twice on his wrist. He turns invisible once again.
Oh, you fucker.
Fuckers.
I can do it. Thank you.
Oh. Oh.
Nope, we lost him.
He's back.
And
Oh.
for this one, you see him appear over here. Another one, and similar in appearance, a little bit more rugged and a little bit less tan. He's more like a pale gray. He begins to bounce up and down. Good shot, brother, good shot. And at this time, he is going to fire at. It'll be Calder. That is going to be a 21 to hit. No,
Yeah.
23 to hit.
Even more, yeah.
No.
Yeah, +2.
Surprisingly.
You're going to take 11 points of force damage. And this one, you can see this darkness kind of radiate from these ruins, almost like a mist. And just encapsulates the front of the arrow before it fires. And when it hits Calder, I need you to. Are you immune to radiant damage?
I am resistant.
Okay, so
Couldn't get that attack. I get lightning.
so you only take 1 point of radiant damage. As it hits you, you can see where the smoke, this black smoke, kind of hits and begins to climb up your face. You can see the almost like a flame battling it alongside it. This silver and black flame kind of combating the smoke back and forth. But I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, very good. Actually, not 20.
Okay, 20.
Ooh.
You see the flame kind of as it's
Not
about
20?
the smoke. The smoke's about to lick into your eyeballs, and the flame just kind of brushes over your face, and the smoke disappears. This one, ting, 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 taps on his wrist a couple times. Oh, brother! And that's going to end his turn after he moves.
I'm sorry, what are they shooting? Like, how big are these things? These big bolts? Pretty
2-3 feet
pretty
in
big.
length. Yeah, the
Jesus.
head of the arrow itself is probably a good 4 inches in width,
Nice.
barbed.
Hand
All right.
ballista.
Oh, I just did something I did not mean to do. Let me add them back into the turn order.
Oh, they can stay.
Yeah, go away. I don't like you. You hurt.
Okay. It's gonna be Velkin now.
Okay. I gotta try this. This is 'cause she's squishy, but she's gotta hold on a second. Because the little freaks are vanishing. She's kind of like, oh, I have to try to do something. So she kind of grabs her pocket watch, clicks it, and a 20-foot cube appears around this one here, and I need it to make it. Wait a second. Here, this one here. And I need it to make a dexterity saving throw as I'm casting fairy fire.
Ooh, okay. He doesn't get advantage. That's going to be a 21.
Oh, that very much succeeds. So
So as the fire
Sucks.
begins to cover the outline of his body, you see him as he begins to swing wildly around. You can see the fire just is not sticking to him, and it just kind of flutters away.
okay, well that failed. So she's going to kind of move over here a little bit, just kind of put some distance between everyone, and hunker down for the moment. That's the end of her turn.
Okay. Next, Isaiah Nuke.
All right, quick question. The hand ballista this guy is holding, is it wood?
It is, from what you can tell, is made of wood and metal.
Does he also have the metal head/mask?
It is not a mask. It doesn't seem to be metal. It seems to be actual bone. From what you can
Oh, bone. Okay. I heard it is metal. All right, so that's not going to work. Well, Calder, time to do what you do. And he's going to slap a hand on your shoulder and give it a little extra force to push you forward and vortex warp you right next to this fella over here.
Hell yeah. Where at specifically? Is that
Yeah, sure.
okay?
Why not?
What does it look like when you vortex warp?
He just pushes him a little hard as he hits him in the shoulder, and he goes forward, and the air in front of him just rips open, and all of a sudden, it's portal. The two spaces are immediately the same space for about half a second while he falls through.
Cool.
And then Ook and I are going to charge forward. I can get 30. Ook can go another 10 towards this fine fella. And then Ook's gonna dash over to where we last saw the guy as an action.
Okay.
And that'll be the two of us.
Perfect. Calder, whenever you are pushed through this portal and kind of appear in front of him, he goes, well, hello there. And you see in his hand this massive steel, what almost to you looks like a meat cleaver for a giant, in his hand. Around the pommel, you can see these large spikes, almost where it would be like brass knuckles with spikes that he holds next to him. So, is that going to end your turn, Isaiah?
Yep.
All right. Dornan.
Okay, well, first off, bonus action, second wind. So that's not bad. 16 points of healing. I kind of just suck in a deep mouth, a lung full of air, kind of. Okay, that's a little better. Since I can't see the bastard that shot me, I am going to move. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. Go here and shoot at that guy right there. So, one. Damn, almost net 20. Anyway, it is a 22 to hit.
Okay, that'll hit.
All right. Okay. Oh, poo. That's only. Oh, I mean it's bad. It's only 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then second shot, I am going to burn a grit for a violent shot because I'm assuming these guys are hardy in terms of holding shit. And so let's do another fire. Oh, okay, that is a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right, 2d20. Oh, that's much better. That is 17 points of piercing damage as I just lay into him.
17 points. All right. Cassis, or Dornan, as you kind of shift in position and you fire 2 shots out of the pistol, both the shots impacting in this large ogre-like form. He looks down and and you see him dig his finger into his shoulder and he puts it in his mouth and begins to chew on it.
Oh, that's not right.
What the fuck?
That's not right.
Anything else?
No, I watch in horror and end my turn.
Yeah.
Nice.
Older.
Okay. I'm going to. We'll say he hit me in the shoulder with his whatever thing. I'm gonna bonus action necrotic shroud. So as the like skeletal wings are extending out, I'm just gonna break off the shaft and look him in the eye. You're fucked. And then I'm gonna smite. Probably if I hit.
Okay. Yeah.
You get advantage if he's frightened, so charisma.
Oh
save
yes,
first.
good. Yeah, thank you.
Or whatever it
Charisma
is.
saving throw on his part.
Cannot be that charismatic.
Well, that is a 20.
Fuck.
Damn.
Jeez. Well, he saves. He's not frightened. All right.
Too dumb to be frightened.
Too
Just
dumb
took
to
a
be
bullet
scared.
out of his.
That's why
Body
you. That's
ate
why
it.
you saved.
First one's a 10 to hit. I'm assuming that's a no.
That'll not hit. As you kind of say you're done, he goes, and you look funny. Always does to you.
Okay. The next one is a 16 to hit.
That will also miss.
Whoa, fuck.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
Fuck
That
that
hurt.
D20.
So as you swing out with your father's sword twice, the first one he just misses him, just completely. As you really were prepared for him to dig his finger into his, in his shoulder and eat a bullet, and the second one, as you go to swing and to stab at him, he just puts his hand out right under your head, and just kind of pushes you back as you right yourself. Anything else?
No, that's all I got.
All right, Red.
Okay. I'm just gonna scoot over here to get a clear shot, and I'm going to daggers. First one is 22 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. Sneak attack as well. How many is that now? I think it's 4. Yes. Okay. So, okay. 6, 11. Yeah, 11. 13. 18 points of psychic damage.
Hey.
And bonus action, other dagger. That's a 26 to hit.
That will hit.
That is. Oh fuck! I forgot to add my What did I say? 18 points. I said 18 points, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I did. I didn't add my my whatever onto that, so that was actually 22 points of psychic damage.
Okay, so
And then
additional
this-
5.
Additional 4, 22 points of psychic, right? Because it was 18. Yeah. And then this hit is 7 points. So an additional 7 points of psychic damage, and then I'm just going to scoot over here and just kind of like crouch down and try to get some cover behind the fountain. That's my turn.
Okay. Calder, as he stands above you and kind of pushes you away, you just see these 2 green poofs of smoke as they hit the side of this large ogre-like head. He goes, "Ugh, my head hurts." And that's all he says. All right. Next on the docket is Red. Eggball, you're on deck.
All right. Redrick's just gonna like put his fists together and say like, "All right, let's do this." And he'll go into a rage. Am I able to control this one or no?
For now.
Okay. Then in that case, it will be the claws. Since I'm choosing, and then you see like as he pounds his fists together, there's a little like burst of flame in between, and then like through that burst of flame, his right arm is also a claw as soon as he pulls it apart. And then he'll just start running over to this guy we can see right now and making some attacks. Let's grab it right there.
Get him.
Yep, I'm
You
fast.
run up to him as he's holding his head.
Alright, these are all going to be reckless, and I'm making 3. So let's do it.
Damn.
Yeah, no. Natural 19 or 25.
That'll hit.
Alright. That one is going to do Oh, 9 damage.
Okay.
Then we got
What kind of damage? Is it slashing?
It's the lashing, yes. Then we got a natural 15 for a 20.
That'll hit.
All right, and then that's 5 damage. And then
5 damage.
all this just slashing, by the way. And then last but not least is a 24
That'll hit.
for 4 damage.
4 damage.
As
Okay.
I get up and just kind of like, just like 3 quick slashes and then like back off.
Oh. Quit!
Don't think I will.
No!
Stop it! You're mean.
Alright. Big Ball, you were up.
Okay. I'm gonna
Right.
walk. Yes, I'm gonna cry while I go over and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Castus at first level.
Thank you.
Buddy, sorry, but that's 5 points healing. And then signature
Every point
dish,
matters.
And then signature dish is going to go to Calder. So that's going to be. I forget. Am I rolling it or are you rolling it?
I think you roll it. It's your ability.
Okay. So that's 6 points of healing to you.
Dope. Thanks, homie.
And then bonus action. It's already on. I'm gonna give an inspiration to Redrick.
All right.
Feel a warmth in your
And-
pocket.
Yes, thank you.
He caresses
Sorry.
your thigh.
I know it's my own fucking thing.
You got this,
But I'm
bud.
just gonna hang out right here, kind of like in the middle.
You're gonna be great.
Feel the warmth in your heart.
That's going to end.
It'll be
Your
you. It'll
turn
be
is
okay.
now theirs.
Take a taste.
Oh, they don't get a turn. They're mean.
How much psychic damage do I take from that caressing?
Oh,
Roll the inspiration, see what happens.
guys, remember, we're trying to be good for whatever definition.
I think we're gonna stay right there.
Who do you think sent these
Alright.
guys?
Not my dad. Definitely not my dad.
Oh,
Hold on, brother. I will save you. As you see him knock another crossbow bolt. This time you can see what looks like a large spider that he takes out of his pocket. He sticks it on the end of the center of the bolt, and you see it go. And you see the end of the bolt kind of open up and close as the spider enters in it, and he aims it. He fires at you, Redrick.
Uh oh.
Horrible.
I don't like this shot. Can someone else take this one, please?
Spider shot. Oh,
That is
Yeah.
going to be a 17 to hit.
That hits.
All right. You are going to take 7 points of force damage.
Great.
And I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
All right.
Spider hug.
Yay. Is this an effect I can see?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so, to be honest. That is only an 8.
An 8. As the arrow impacts you, it springs open inside the wound. And as it does, these webs begin to just consume your entire
Just awful.
body.
Just
And
awful.
you are just wrapped as this web. You are restrained for an hour.
Ah,
And you fall prone as well.
Great,
fuck those
Oh.
arrows.
great. Love to hear
Super
that.
great. You can probably attempt to break out of it, right?
Well,
He
and
stays
just as a
there.
reminder,
Yeah.
if you like, you can use on your next turn, you can use your inspiration die to re-roll that save.
Oh.
And this one is going to. You got him! You got him! And this one is going to take his large infernal dagger, and he's just going to grab you by the shoulder, Calder, and try to ram it through your stomach.
Give it a go.
26 to hit.
God damn it.
Damn it.
That is going to be 11 points of force damage, and I need you to make me a
Whoa.
Constitution saving throw.
Okay, I typed in
the stats
111.
effects.
You said con save?
Yep.
Yeah. 14. Also, Redrick, did you do the +4 to your save before?
No, that would have made it a 12.
Still a failure.
Probably wouldn't have mattered.
What'd you say yours was?
14.
Also a failure.
Awesome.
As this infernal dagger is rammed into your stomach, you feel your blood begin to warm like a burning fire. You also take.
Necrotic damage?
Well, it doesn't sound like
I
it.
think fire, maybe. It's just warm necrotic. Spicy necrotic
You
damage.
take additional 18 points of poison damage as you can feel
Yuck.
your body just kind of slow down.
Ooh, the other
And you are
necrotic.
poisoned as well for
Very
an
good.
hour.
I love that.
Fucked.
Well,
Let me see.
Fuck me.
Yeah,
And kill the
Poison
dragon.
also stays visible.
We
Vulcan.
killed a dragon.
Velkin, okay. Seeing all this shit, she is going to run up to. That's about 30 here. She's gonna run up to here, and she says, "Don't worry, my sweet. I'll help you." As she casts haste on a Calder.
Okay.
Huh.
What does it look like when she casts haste, Falcon?
She was like. And blows it.
All right. You're selling it now, man. You're selling it now, man. Falcon went from hating Calder yesterday to loving him today. It's crazy.
She only disliked me because of you. Get out of here.
It all depends on who's in Velkin's head.
Yeah,
What
exactly.
Yeah.
choices are speaking to her.
With that, that's the end of her turn.
All right, who can Isaiah?
Oh, I'm
Burning your
so glad you are still here. All right. Ook is going to do a bit of running. And then hold up behind this guy and just take the dodge action on his turn.
Hey.
And Isaiah's going to start running forward. And as he does, he pulls up the Fiend's Calamity to his chest and sort of scratches along it, almost like there's something he's trying to pull, and it takes a couple of times, and he finally pulls it, and it starts humming with this like beautiful clear sound as he casts Branding Smite on it.
Very cool.
And goes to try and hit this person a couple of times. How much is the inspiration die now? D8?
it's D8.
Alright. Just to make sure.
And you can heal whatever you roll, if you can.
23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, so it does 11 bludgeoning
Okay.
plus 7 radiant,
Okay.
and he cannot become invisible again until the spell ends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then second time I hit.
Is there any specifics to that?
Yeah. So Branding Smite. The attack deals an extra 2d6 radiant damage to the target, which becomes visible if it is invisible. And the target sheds dim light in a 5-foot radius and can't become invisible until the spell ends.
Perfect. Thank you.
Sick.
Second attack. Am I flanking with Ook, right?
Yeah. We'll say you are. Easy enough.
Yeah, that wouldn't have worked anyway. Okay. So one on the first one. Second one. Oh, that's 22 to hit.
That will hit.
For another 3, 4. Yeah, for another 7 bludgeoning.
Okay. How long does the spell last?
A minute, but it is concentration.
What a spell to have ready. I like that.
So-
Ready for anything.
So for a moment, whenever you hit him with the hammer, you see him kind of block it for a moment with his wrist, and as you do, you hit the hammer impacts on him. Seems like some sort of device that he has implanted in, like he's wearing on his wrist. And as he does, you can see it. The magical energy run up it. Kind of causes the spark for a moment, and as he looks down, takes another shot right to the chest. Anything else?
That's our turn.
All right, Dornan, you were up.
Okay, I want to
Calder on deck.
move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of within range of egg, but also keeping some distance. Gonna fire. Gonna do what I do best. Gonna burn a grit for another attack. Ooh, 17. The 17 hit.
17 just hits.
Okay, thank God. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That is 8, 10, only 13 points of piercing damage.
Okay, only 13 points of piercing damage.
Next shot. That's a 23 to hit.
Okay, that'll hit.
That's gross. That is only 5 points of piercing damage.
5 points. As another two shots ring out. Crack, crack! The sound of the shots, both impacting this large ogre-like creature. He turns and, "Hey, I said quit that! I will kill your friend!"
Well, what's going to stop you if I don't shoot you? And that's the end of my turn.
He just scratches near his large tusk. All right, end of your turn. Calder. Ren, you are on. deck.
Yeah, like, is this thing looking phased or rough at all
I
yet?
mean, it's got 4 bullet holes in it and scratch marks all over its stomach, so it is bleeding. Like Icar.
Okay. So I'm assuming because Redrick is restrained, he wouldn't count for flanking. Like if I were
Correct.
to go around opposite.
He is
Okay.
not really a combatant at the moment.
I assumed. Then I'm gonna make the most of haste here. I'm going to use as a bonus action Vow of Enmity. I'll find that in a minute. To give myself advantage, so it's a straight roll with the poisoned.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast for an action, hold person. Would it count on this? It's a humanoid.
What is its type? Is
The phrasing is just choose a humanoid you
Yeah.
can see within range. It's not a beast or anything, so I mean,
It could be a
I don't know.
giant, which is technically not. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So
well, let me know.
Giants,
I would know the
monsters.
difference. If it won't work, I won't
It's
do
a
it.
devil. So whether
Okay.
no.
Well, okay,
No, not
then I'm
beast.
not gonna do that.
Sort of. Like, I'm on the fence, but I don't
it's
think so.
humanoid shaped, but humanoid is a specific creature type
That's what I
in
thought.
Yeah.
D&D. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I will not do that then. Instead, I will just make 3 attacks.
Okay.
All right.
I forgot she has Chrono Shift.
Wow, way
I'm
to
just
fuck
gonna-
up, Joel.
I know, I'm sorry.
Saving it for a better roll.
All right. The first is a 20 to hit.
That will hit.
Awesome. I'm gonna smite at 2nd level. So that 3, and you said it. Hold on, is that fiends also or just undead? I forget.
Yeah, he is a large fiend.
Gets the extra.
Devil is considered a fiend.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm assuming you want damage breakdown. Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay. That is going to be 6 points slashing,
6 points of slashing, okay.
and then 10, 17. Wait. Yes, 6 points of slashing, 3 points of necrotic for the necrotic shroud, and then 23 points of radiant.
Nice.
So, as the flame begins to consume this creature, as you kind of lay this massive flaming arc up from your sword into this ogre, it impacts him square in the arm, and as it does, as you would think the fire would consume him for a moment, you see something shimmer along his body, and it just kind of runs and dissipates.
So the radiant didn't seem like it did shit.
It did not do anything, my friend.
Fuck me, man.
Oh, that's not good.
Uh-oh.
You think you're tricksy? I have more tricks than you.
What a bitch. All right. Well, ass. I guess I'll just keep swinging.
Took the
Second
paladin
attack.
out of paladin.
Yeah,
Sorry.
garbage. Useless. Second attack was also 20.
That'll hit.
So that'll just be 8 points slashing.
Okay.
And then the third attack was a 27 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that is 9 points slashing.
Okay.
Ah, boy.
The other two hits are quick strikes. Both this thing's abdomen and then down towards the bottom of his knee. You see, you strike across in a diagonal pattern, then you kind of give a stab at the leg. And as you do, he kind of stumbles down to one knee and props himself up with his crossbow. Anything
Just
else?
stare at him in frustration.
Alright. Ren.
Okay, gonna scoot over here for a clear shot. 2 daggers. First one is 14, which I think misses.
That'll miss.
Okay, second one is that's also a miss. Okay, now I'm gonna scoot over on back and crouch down for cover again.
Bye.
That's my turn.
Ren said, I have never taken damage again.
Nope.
I don't like this.
As you chuck the daggers, you can see they also impact this large purple cape, and as they do, just kind of the green daggers dissipate, doing no damage.
You guys the worst.
Indeed.
He's just got very, very good toys.
All right, Redrick.
All right. I'm going to use Egg's inspiration to repeat that saving throw.
Okay.
That's how I do it? Okay.
This point, it can be strength or dexterity.
Okay.
Your choice.
Dex, I guess. Oh, wait, no, strength. Do strength. And I'm still near Calder, so I get that plus 4.
Yeah, plus 4.
Yeah. That's a 14?
Failure.
Can Velkin use her chrono shift?
She can.
Ooh.
Chrono shift.
Yeah.
Do it
Okay.
again, do it again.
Rolling it again.
Woo!
Is he able to apply the inspiration also, or is it used up in the re-rolling?
I would imagine.
No.
I
What do you mean?
I
so
think it's
well, no.
easier
So,
to
so yeah. So you're spending the inspiration to be able to re-roll. So the inspiration isn't rolled with; it is
Gotcha.
used as the re-roll.
All right,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. I got a 20 on the next one.
That will do it.
Yeah.
So as you are rolling around, and you
Finally.
begin to try to rip and claw. You're just not getting through, and all of a sudden, you just feel yourself pause for a moment. And unpause. And at that moment of unpause, you just get this strength. You just, and you rip the webs, and they kind of just fall flat.
I'm going to immediately pull the arrow out and like just stomp on the bug a couple times, and then go back to the rest of my turn, which is like shiver a bit and then like, oh,
You
you're
take an
gonna pay
action
for
to
that. What's up?
It took an
Okay.
action to do that.
Oh, it does.
Yes.
It says no action required. I just pulled up the.
Use
bar
the inspiration
subclass.
for it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
To attempt to escape the entanglement arrow, it takes an action.
I was using his inspiration to repeat the saving throw. It's
Yeah, to repeat the initial saving throw. Yeah,
We
so
can
a
just say it
creature
was
can
a-
benefit from this.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
His,
Okay.
his bard subclass
I
has a special thing that says spend a inspiration
Yeah.
to try
Does
a
it have
save
to be?
again.
Does it have to be on the same turn though?
That you failed
Saving
since your
throw they
last turn.
failed since the start of their last turn. No action required. And he made that save since the start of his previous turn.
Right.
Just print it out for him so he can read it.
I can
Oh, yeah,
spend
no,
the
yeah, I
action
have it in chat.
instead if you want. I don't mind.
Yeah, because you're
Yeah, I'd
already sort
rather-
of entangled, and
Yeah.
it would be in an action to try to get yourself out. Now, if you wanted to repeat a saving throw to try to get yourself out, that's a whole different story.
Okay, then I'll just.
That's what he
I'll
said.
just-
That would remove the point of the arrow, right? The entanglement would have just never happened.
Well, yeah,
Then
but then
can I-
That doesn't make
I-
sense mechanically.
Actually, David just put it in chat. It does sound like you can do it
Okay.
because it's at the
Alright,
start
then.
of the creature's turn. They may spend the Bardic Inspiration die to re-roll any saving throw.
I'm
they
just
failed
gonna say
since
I
the start
did that
of
as
their
an
last-
action
Oh,
instead
yeah, I have-
and keep the inspiration. It's fine. We can discuss this later.
It's,
But I will stand up and move around to this. Actually, I'm probably gonna move over here.
we can roll it as you still have your actions, but yeah, it's just a little odd.
Okay.
Good. Yeah, you're okay. You have
Yeah.
your actions.
Okay. Then in that case, I'm gonna like stomp the bug, look at that guy over there, and just be like, "Oh, you're gonna pay in a second," and then just kind of turn around with like a gut punch right into this thing's stomach. This is reckless, of course. First attack will be a 14 to hit.
That will miss.
All right, going for another one. That's gonna be a 17.
That will just hit.
Okay. That one's gonna do 8 damage. As I'll kind of miss once and then go for another one, and just jab him right up in the gut. And then third attack with the claws is gonna miss. It's a 13.
Okay.
So I just kind of lay into him.
Yeah, and as you get up and you begin to move around him and just start clawing on him, he seems to have a trouble following you as he's just kind of trying to get your position. He seems kind of swinging wildly with the blade around you. Is that everything?
That's all.
Okay. It's going to be Egg Ball.
Cool. Great. Fantastic. Hmm.
Oh, Nege.
Egg, you don't know what to do. You know what? No. Egg.
I know what to do.
So you said this guy has a sword, right? The guy that's close to us.
Dagger, I think, right?
Infernal dagger.
Yeah, dagger.
Boise.
Is he using it? No, he's using it. Well, oh yes, no,
He
he is. Never
stabbed
mind,
me
I'm
with
sorry.
it.
Yeah. So all right. So I'm gonna run up because I wanted to use this spell for so long. I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna cast heat metal. So I'm just So I'm gonna run up and I'm just gonna like try to put both my hands onto his dagger just to quickly cast heat metal on him, just to see if it heats up so he can drop it, or you know. So he's gonna make a Constitution save.
Constitution save. That is going to be a 23.
That saves.
Still takes the damage.
He just
Yeah,
but
gets to
he
hold on to the
just
weapon.
keeps-
Yeah. He keeps it in his hand, and every turn you can use a bonus action to do that damage again, as long as he's got it in his hand.
Cool. I don't know why I didn't give the description. Gotta change that.
You can click show spell description on there.
Yeah,
It'll
I just
pop it
changed
out.
it. Bam. Oh god. Yeah.
You gonna roll damage?
Oh, it already rolled damage.
He's rolling it on roll 20.
Oh.
Yeah.
For some
Sorry.
reason.
That's just how I have it set. I'm just so used to. Yeah, I know it's
Yep.
been forever.
Yep,
Apologies.
yep,
Okay.
It's a week off.
Yeah.
We're
This
getting
is the
back
only
into the
game I
swing of
actually roll
things.
dice for.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 8 points of fire damage.
Okay, he will take 8 points of fire damage. Anything else?
No, that'll be it. I'm gonna hang out here because I don't know if I want to get hit.
That dagger did seem pretty infernal.
It hurt. It hurt a lot.
As he, you can see the dagger begin to light up in this orange and yellow glow, and as he does, and he's just going to stab out at you, Calder, once.
Fucker.
Disadvantage because he's holding onto the hot one.
Oh yes.
That is
Attack with
still
disadvantage.
going to be a 22.
Just hits.
Gosh.
Just hits. That is going to take.
Oh, that plate armor.
The haste put me at 22, but fucker.
Wait, wait. You're wearing plate and a shield.
Correct.
And
Oh, yeah.
haste.
The
That
plate
has
is
me at
only
20.
18, not 20. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Never mind.
You're going to take 10 points of force damage, and I also need you to make me another con save.
Cool.
Double poison.
Ow. Bollocks. 11.
It's a failure. 12, 15. Ooh. 20 points of poison damage.
Ooh, I'm unconscious.
I'm trying chronal shift. Chronal shift. Her last one.
Hasn't been her turn yet.
Yeah,
This
she
is,
does
Has
try to
been a
use her
turn.
reaction.
Never mind.
Yeah, another turn.
Sorry.
You're unconscious.
So
I am unconscious.
I'm going to use my reaction. Where is it? I'm going to use my reaction to use a feature of mine called Final Supper. So if a creature's at 6th level, when a creature is within 60 feet of me reduces 0 hit points, you may administer an invigorating meal as a reaction. The creature rolls a number of their hit dice equal to or less than their proficiency bonus, and regains hit points equal to the total. And the creature can only benefit from this feature once per long rest.
Hey, before you do that, I have a question as a
Yes.
DM because I don't know the answer to this. If this creature also has a reaction that he was going to do this turn, who does the reaction first?
Depends what trigger happens first. So if he just
Yeah,
took
so
Calder's
I'm-
going conscious,
I'm making
then
this-
he's reacting to him going unconscious. What is
Yeah.
the other guy reacting to?
Him going unconscious.
Oh. Well, then
Rollies.
they probably...
Rollies.
Do rollies.
Yeah,
Or they can
roll.
just go off
Okay.
at the same time if it doesn't matter.
Well, it does matter
Okay.
because something might
Yeah,
happen.
because that makes
Rollies.
sense.
Rollies.
So are we adding anything to this, or just straight D20?
Just well, it would be
Dex.
sort of reactionary. So add your Dex modifier as well.
Okay.
I love the rollies. Alder's gonna die. He gets sucked into some sort of weird dimension.
Evan's
rolled
been on a
17.
mission to kill me.
I mean, honestly, it wouldn't be that
17.
bad.
17. I'll say it the third time. 17.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I said too. I also rolled a 17.
All right, reroll.
Or the 15 plus 2.
Double rollies.
Let's do it again.
Reroll rolls, yeah.
Will I die? Who knows?
Oh man, okay. I rolled a 6.
17. 17 again.
Oh fuck. Yeah, so you go off first.
Okay.
I'm dead.
So, Calder, you get the infernal dagger kind of pierces your stomach. Even that heat from the poison and just the hot metal drops you. See you all soon. And you see him type something into his wristpad. Listen to me. His bracer. Which seems to glow with every touch. And you see his skin begin to radiate blue. Blue and blue and blue until his whole visage is just blue. And you can feel the heat resonate from him. He self-destructs in front of you.
Did he kill himself?
He did.
Holy fuck.
What
I need all creatures within 30 feet of him.
Good God.
I think everyone in this circle, except for Velkin,
Yeah.
needs to make me a dexterity saving throw.
The fact I can
Cool.
see?
This is something you can
Yes, finally.
All right, I am burning a lucky point on this.
I
Not
failed.
much better. Fuck.
My advantage did not
So-
help that much.
You're unconscious, you automatically.
Yeah.
You have it.
Okay.
You take the death
It's
saves.
not
Calder.
good.
The one.
All right, Redrick.
I got a 13.
Jesus.
And
Okay, you're
Calder's
going to
unconscious,
take-
so we don't get that bonus anymore.
Yep.
Yes, that is a failure. So you're gonna take no. What is that? Yeah, that's 10 points of fire damage
It's not bad.
plus
Still
4
rolling.
points of thunder damage.
10 fire, 4
That-
thunder.
Yep. And you are nope. That's it. That's it. I thought you were knocked prone, but that is not. Egg ball.
I rolled. You said Dex. That's an 8.
Yep. All right. So that's 10
Eight
points of
total.
fire and 4 points of thunder.
Okay.
14.
It's a failure. 10 points of fire, 4 points of thunder. He no longer exists.
Can Egg use his reaction now?
You can use your reaction. 1 moment.
Shove the stew down his throat. Drink it. Drink it.
Just waterboarding me with stew.
Egg is that little old grandma that's like, "What's wrong, sweetie? Let me make you something. I'm not hungry. Here, take a plate."
Just start drowning him.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and
It'll
roll
eventually go
the hit points.
You said I roll hit dice? My hit dice?
Yeah.
Up to my
Yes.
proficiency
As well.
modifier?
Yep. Rolls a number of their hit dice equal or less than their
Ooh.
proficiency bonus, and then regains whatever you roll.
Okay. 10, so 16, and then 1 6. Math, so 22 points.
Oh yeah.
Oh, not 222.
That'd be great.
Okay.
Calder gets up and grows 4 times the size.
Cool.
Okay. Okay, that's the end of all the reactions, everything everyone's doing, right? Okay, so this guy over
Yes.
here. He is going to Yeah. Isaiah. He is going to attack you with his own infernal dagger.
Ook is gonna hit him in the back of the knee, see if he can get him to miss with disadvantage.
Okay, with disadvantage, still a 22.
That is just enough. Yep, that hits.
That is going to be 12 points of force damage, and I need you to make me a con save.
All right. Oh, yeah. So, con save for the first thing. No advantage. 23.
That is a success. You will take 12 points of poison damage. That is already halved. And you are not poisoned.
So that was 12 and 12, so a total of 24. So let's hope he stays lit up. This I do get advantage on because Warcaster. Yeah, I got over 20. So
All right. And he disappears in front of you.
Damn it.
can he?
He can't. Wait, what was your. What was it?
My con save to maintain concentration is over 20, so it stays.
Okay.
Sick.
So if it is an invisibility that he's doing, he still brightly lit up in front of me.
Yeah. We'll just say that.
Okay.
For now. All right, that is going to be actually. You know what? He will move just to there. Damn. That's gonna end his turn. Falcon.
Okay. Question. So she has seen them dick around with their devices a number of times, Velkin. She can suss out that these are magical in nature, correct?
Indeed.
I'm gonna try. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna try it. She's gonna whip in her pocket watch, kind of hold it out, click it, and she's gonna cast Dispel Magic on the device.
Okay.
At 4th level.
Hmm.
Interesting.
So dispel magic, I believe, only dispels spells.
Or magical effect.
Right.
Yeah. Magical effect within range. Yeah.
There is currently no magical effect happening with the crossbow at the moment. Right, this is a sort of a magical ability.
Okay. Well, I was more aiming at the thing he's touching to go in. Is he
The
going
bracer?
invisible by touching the bracer, or is he doing it on his own that we've witnessed?
It's hard to tell.
Okay. Well, I mean, if it doesn't work, then she's like, shit.
We've seen him fiddle with the brazier before, but
Okay. Well, that was my target. If that did not work, then she silently curses to herself and kind of squats down next to her and saying, "Hi." That's the end of her turn.
yeah, I believe dispel magic cannot affect a magical item itself. It can affect the
cannot.
spell.
Yeah.
It can affect a spell that's been cast on an item. Correct? That's how that works.
Yes. It can't like turn an item mundane.
Yes.
If it's magical.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we all
If
learned
he was-
something new.
Yeah, if he was currently
I'll learn
using
something.
it to be invisible and you did that, they could maybe do a thing, but
Okay.
Indeed.
That's it. That's the end of my turn.
Isaiah.
well, now I owe you a little bit of payback, so let's see what we can do about this. I'm just gonna have Ook move a little bit more to an advantageous position, and we're both gonna try and come in from either side on the same leg to see if we can pop out his knee. First attack from my side was a nat 20 with the Phoenix
Hey.
Calamity.
Hey.
So I'm gonna nail him as hard as I can with that thing.
Nail him.
That's a total of 14. 14 bludgeoning on the first strike.
Not minus 147.
Nope. Nope, just 14. It's a 19 to hit with the second hit.
That'll still hit.
Excellent. It's a normal one. Oh, but max. So that's another 12 damage. And then Ook comes from the other side, seeing if we can make his leg sort of go in both directions at the same time. He gets a 25.
That'll hit.
A little less
Nice.
damage. For a total of 10, actually, bludgeoning.
Hey, 10 bludgeoning.
Nice, Ook.
As you
Two
begin
of
to
us just
wail
laying
him
into
with
the
the hammer and the steel fist of the monkey. You can see him just taking damage as he's walking through both of you. Not really seeming to care as much as maybe his brother did, but
Where you
putting
going,
damage to less.
Big Ugly? Where are you going, Big Ugly? Get back here. I'm not done with you yet. And then that's our turn.
I didn't really play the first
Okay.
Overwatch either, so
Jordan.
All right. First attack is to reload, and I point my reloaded pistol using the walloping ammo because why not? And I aim at him like, I owe you for that first shot, and I'm going to bow. That is a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. That's 8 points of piercing damage, and just for fun, you have to make a strength saving throw.
Like DC 10 or something. It's great.
It's so low.
That's a 14.
Yeah, he succeeds.
There
Weird,
you
right?
go.
Action surge. So I get 2 more shots. All right. Say 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
That is another 10 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Say 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
Nice.
That is gross. Only 4 points of piercing damage.
Ew.
Once.
Oh, and he has to make for each of those shots. He has to make a strength saving throw. Why not? Why not? I'm using it. Might as well.
That's a 12? No, 11.
Oh, he succeeds, and he has to do it. I stabbed him twice, so he has to do it one more time. Come on.
He definitely succeeds this one.
That's and that's me.
Okay. Even taking these shots, you see this beast seems to be determined and heading in one direction.
There.
Calder.
Okay.
Morning,
I'm
Yoda.
going to stand myself up while putting 5 points of lay on hands in me to undo the poison. That'll be half movement to stand. And then I'm going to run there.
Still
With
hasted.
the other half, I am hasted, yeah, so that gets me there. And then as I'm running, I'll sheathe my sword, pull out a javelin, and chuck it at him.
Wow.
Nice.
I can't close the
you
gap.
actually
so-
carry those? Never said that I saw them on your back, man.
My immersion is broken.
Fuck.
Mhm.
14.
That'll miss. Stabs Isaiah in the throat. Oh!
Oh no!
No, but it does go sail wide and just kind of stick into the ground like you toss a javelin in the Olympics. Pretty far though. You're a strong guy.
Go! No, that's fine.
All right, Red, you're on
Okay.
on deck.
Gonna stand up and prairie dog it with my daggers. Who does it look like he's walking towards?
You.
Okay, cool. Okay, all right. First hit is a 22.
That will hit.
All right, and that's sneak attack. All right, 6, 8, 13. 13, 19, 23 points of damage, psychic damage.
Nice.
Okay.
Yes, feels like when your mom says she's not mad, she's just disappointed.
It's a
Second
little bit
hit,
more than 23, but yeah.
second hit misses, and I'm gonna oh shit. I'm gonna get over here and
Hi.
yeah, hey, and
Hey.
just crouch again. I don't have anything to hide behind anymore, but I want to get farther away from him. So that is my turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, see him grab onto his head. Points directly at you. I will be seeing you soon, spell touched. Mark my words. You see him tap onto his wrist. And he kind of points his tusk towards the sky. The blue glow begins to emanate from his well before he explodes.
What a bitch.
Jizz.
That's yep, that's
Aren't
the
you
thing that's about
glad
to
you
happen.
stepped
Okay,
right
Isaiah,
into the perfect
Ook,
range
and
of
Calder.
it, Calder?
Yeah, he did. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Uh, 22.
22. Alright, we'll just do this one at a time.
22.
Whew. Nice. Run down. 3 points of fire. This is already halved. I'm doing math in my head. And then 5 points of thunder.
Also already have?
Yes, already halved.
Ook gets a 19. Isaiah gets a 14.
Okay, for Ook, 3 points of fire, 5 points of thunder. For what'd you say yourself?
I got a 14.
Okay, 7 points of fire damage and 11 points of thunder. And this guy
18.
disappears.
Oh boy.
And that
The threat gone.
is going to take us out of combat.
Oh,
Okay.
What
look
the
at
hell
Ren.
was
Like,
that?
was he talking to me or you?
I kind of feel like we made eye contact, but I don't know. We're both spell touched, right? It could have been
Yeah.
you. It could have been you.
He shot
could've
me.
been both of
He
us.
shot me too. Yeah.
It was probably both of us. I don't know that makes it any better.
Oh, it really doesn't.
Hmm.
Is there anything left? Behind?
Be a perception check, my friend.
How is everyone? Everybody okay?
Ouch.
Right.
I've got like just a bruise
Fine.
left over from after Egg healed me.
Velkin's fine. She was untouched this entire time.
Don't say that. Evan takes revenge the next combat.
And an arrow hits Velkin in the chest.
Oh.
Oh.
So Isaiah has been watching Ren long enough that while he's looking around, his mind just flashes on a couple of the times he's seen her do really well at this. And I'm going to use Flash of Genius to add 3 to that just in case. And it's a total of 17.
17.
Nice.
The only thing that you see that remains of these two creatures are a small black pockmark about the size of their width. That's it. Any magical items or effects or anything that belong to them also destroyed in the explosion.
From what they said, I'm speaking to everyone. From what they said, I'm assuming that they might not be dead for the sheer fact they said that they will be seeing us again.
Yeah. Mark
I
my
don't know.
words.
It looks like they blew themselves up.
It could have just been like a really spicy teleportation.
Do I know anything about devils?
Devils?
Daryl?
What?
Thing about these
Just
damn
because you're
devils there.
celestial, I don't think Calder would know anything about devils.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and make me a, let's just say, Arcana and or History check for me.
Oh, I'm not even gonna try.
No, they exist as of now.
Yeah. Great.
What
They thought they
the
were gonna
fuck were those things?
Bring
Sorry.
us back. No, it's just amusing too.
They said something about being sent where Master said they would be before they shot you that first time.
And they called you out as spell touched.
They also
Yeah.
said you're coming with
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Maybe your pappy's not looking out for you like we thought.
Well, I mean, it's we just got here. You know, like
Or
this morning, if he looked for us, we would have been miles and miles away. So, like, who knows if it was my dad?
Poe is keeping a closer eye than we thought.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Pose guys.
I don't know if there's anybody aside from your dad, based on what Cade said, who would be able to track us that quickly. We
Based on
moved
Cade.
halfway
but-
across the fucking land here.
They could have just been waiting for us to come back. Thought we had ties to this place.
That's
Could have
what I
been a
was thinking.
prediction. A
Or
premonition, maybe?
They could have somebody like Mystel.
Could have my Stell, for all we know.
Mystel was able to see people from a great distance.
And my stealth gave up the moonstone.
Let's get out of here, like undercover, maybe. I don't really want to be out in the
Right,
open
right.
anymore.
We got a long way to go.
Yeah.
Best start moving.
Let's go.
Oh, before we do, and he takes his hand off his side and the blood starts just pouring out. Do you think you could do something about this real quick?
Oh yeah. Oh, and then I'm just gonna reach over and level 1 cure wounds just to
Gently
just to stop
caress.
bleeding. Yeah.
That's great.
How
'cause I'm
bad
at
are you?
3.
I want to use my.
Oh, you're at 3. Oh,
I'm
never
at
mind.
3.
Fucking.
Oh my God.
I'm using level 3.
You know, maybe before we
I-
get on
I
the
can't-
road, we
yeah.
could sit and take a breather at the
Yeah,
tree
let's-
line.
let's
over
take a
He's
there.
sitting there
breather.
just holding his
No,
side.
Let's hold off on that for a little while. Just get farther away from whatever the fuck those things were. I do. want to close
So.
I mean, breather now or breather later.
I-
If they're gonna find us, they're gonna find us.
You're healed 23 hit points.
Oh, damn! Thank you.
Yeah,
And then who else is looking a little spicy?
I'm okay.
I'm good.
I'm gonna healing hands myself.
I'm like half-ish, more than half.
Redrick, you take 5 points of healing.
I'm pretty.
You got
alright.
the signature dish.
So-
You got it now. You don't have a choice.
All right.
Asked.
All right.
Let's just. We're fine. Let's just get on the road, get moving, try to.
Yeah.
Whoever knew we were coming here or found us here or whatever it was, the more we're moving, the less likely they are to find us again. Until we get.
I don't know if it matters.
I was gonna say.
It might not.
They found us that quick. They got some serious magical eyes on us, I think.
Or they just knew we would be coming through here, and those two were Can,
I mean, maybe. Maybe.
But you
Everything's a
think-
big maybe.
wait. Actually,
As we're walking, right?
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
Yeah.
before
We're
we
walking.
leave, can we take a look real quick and see the direction they came from? Maybe get some idea how long they've been here.
Yeah. I'll walk up to like where we first saw the smart one appear and just investigate the
Give me an investigation
ground.
check.
Guidance.
Thank you. Which one of you hasn't betrayed me today?
Me? I was pretty good.
Fuck. It's a +10 now and guidance. So, 16 plus guidance is 19.
Okay.
Right,
So,
it is-
looking around the area where you initially saw this thing appear, you begin to search. Looking for tracks and stuff like that. You
Wait,
do
wait, wait.
see-
Sorry, it's a 17. It's a 17. It's not +10. Yeah.
Same result.
Okay.
These things are fairly large beasts, and they leave little to no trail at all. Either experts in covering their tracks, because you begin to see signs of movement in the dirt and things like signs that something, even like you are experiencing kind of just being able to follow just the signs, not tracks in particular, but just the signs of something being in the area at large. You don't see any footprints that would lead in a single direction, but you can tell that they have been here at least for a little bit. Hard to tell what direction they came. Either they covered their tracks or magically got rid of them or something else of the sort.
Okay. They were definitely like waiting for us for a minute, but either they were like super light-footed on their way in, or maybe they teleported in.
Did you find any more of those marks they left when they disappeared, or maybe I don't know? Can you tell how long they were here based on the tracks?
Oh, a while, like maybe an hour,
Hours or days?
not days,
No,
right?
you would
Yeah.
you'd definitely be able to tell the difference between days and hours, but no, definitely not days.
Well, then they weren't waiting here for us. Know that at least.
Which means somebody has a real close eye.
Yeah.
I scanned the tree line. Someone.
There is no
watches.
tree line except for a few miles. But go ahead and give me a perception
Miles
check.
away.
Yep.
As you look in the distance.
This one.
How long
Oh,
were
thank
we
you,
in
that
the monastery with Cade?
10, 20 minutes, maybe maximum. It was
Yeah.
quite a quick conversation in our event.
22.
22. What are you looking for? You don't see anything.
Anyone
You
watching
find
us? Yeah.
No figures in the distance towards the Chonda Wood.
Okay.
Anyway,
But
let's
as you
just-
do look out, it's kind of sets in for a moment that you once walked through this wood that was right up against Elbador. For a
Oh.
good mile, maybe two, it is just laid flat. The trees are still there, they still exist, but it looks, like I said, deforestation. All of them are just uprooted and lay flat.
Oh, the trees weren't like burnt to ash or anything. They're just felled.
Nope.
Odd.
Well, weren't they getting ready to start logging efforts? They were ramping up to do that when we were here last.
Well, they're a logging town, so they've been doing that for ages. But yeah, they were advancing.
Right. But forgive me, Evan, am I misremembering? I thought that was like a big deal for the town that they were like really getting going with that again.
I also feel like they wouldn't just do all of them at once.
It's also if
Maybe,
they're
I don't know.
uprooted, that's not logging.
Yeah. Is it like a
They
clean
were
cut,
cut.
or is it just like ripped out of the ground?
You want to approach some of the trees?
Sure. I'll walk over to the tree.
It's probably about 100, 200 feet away is the closest tree. You don't see... Actually, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Sure. I can roll this.
Or
well.
nature, whichever you would
Okay,
like.
I had to say something.
Rolling-
Well,
yeah,
that's a
sorry.
2, so.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, it
Frederick,
looks like
what
a
are you
tree
doing?
that has been ripped out of the ground. You can see a hole where the roots were kind of still
Oh.
ripped out.
Hmm.
Okay.
Just looking at the trees, I thought it was weird whatever came through here, it looks like it ripped them right out of the ground.
But the town itself looked like it was burned, right? Burnt to ash.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sort of laid into dust.
I mean, what's
That's so
coming here to
strange.
burn the town and rip out trees? How'd the trees not get burned?
Maybe something landed in the trees, turned around and burned the town.
Does
That's a
it
scary
look?
Maybe
idea.
not.
Are the
Probably not.
do the trees have like the ashy ground under them, or is it just like normal dirt?
It's normal dirt to your eyes.
Okay. Well, whatever it was.
Okay, can we
just
get out of
ended
here
the
now?
town.
Yeah.
Please
Oh,
move.
Second.
Is anybody looking pretty hurt still?
I'm okay.
I'm
good.
fine.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm gonna healing hands myself as we walk.
Very good. Good man.
Oh man, could
You
you keep
asshole!
that
I'm
kid in the
dying
tent?
over here.
Like,
You said you were fine.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
Hey.
I'm actually gonna level 1 cure wounds myself.
all good.
Thinking about it, it's like might as well.
Leaving the remnants of Albador behind, anything that is even left behind to investigate, also left behind, you guys continue down the long road to Erebar. You begin to walk up a large stone path for a few miles until it turns to a well-trodden dirt path. Anything in particular you would like to do on this first night on the road?
I just want to keep an eye out for signs of life. Look and see if the road is as well traveled as it was when I was on my way to Elbadur.
Okay, give me a perception check.
I want to look for the damn hawk.
Give me a perception check.
Decent.
I'm just gonna
Guidance.
be
Never
keeping-
roll well.
Guidance for the
I'm just
hawk.
gonna be
Fuck that
watching
thing.
out. I'm
See
just
how
gonna be
guidance
watching
said
out
before?
for anything.
That is a 21 for me.
That
21.
is a good 12 for me.
12. No signs of a hawk. You do see some every once in a while you'll see some like lake-like birds like that are near the river birds, like aquatic birds, like geese,
River birds.
river birds.
You know, river birds.
Waterfowl.
What's curious is the same for you, Ren. Is the wildlife itself seems to be non-existent as you walk along the path. You see the Chondawood is devastated for the miles that you do walk. Until you can see up ahead, probably another mile or two in the distance, you can see the forest kind of reclaiming its territory as it gets closer and closer to the road. So all in all, probably 10 or 12 miles of laid trees. Slowly kind of seems like it cuts at an angle towards the road as the forest begins to encroach.
We should really check in with Adlith.
That's where we're going to go to break.
Hey, break.
Woo.
Oh, break. Okay. You woke me up. All right. See you guys in a bit. We're heading home break.
Hold on to your
And
butts.
we are live.
Hey,
We're
Welcome back, everybody.
Sorry, the stream went down for a second. Technical difficulties. We're figuring it out. All right. But we're back. So welcome back.
Are we back?
Excellent. Yep.
We're back.
Alive?
Stream
In
is
all
still
the right
active.
places.
We're good.
Yeah, is the stream alive too?
We even have
Oh,
sound.
leave me alone.
Awesome. Hey, you're doing great.
I'm
Everybody
doing
flame Gordon in
best
chat.
over here.
You're average at best.
Wow.
Ouch.
So mean.
Jesus.
Wow.
God, I can
Anyways.
shut this stream down. I can turn this car around.
Surprised it hasn't broke down on us already. Oh.
The
Wait.
sass.
Anyway, Gordon
Mm-hmm.
or Frederick,
Mm-hmm.
something hits you in the chest.
Oh,
No, but seriously,
Oh.
Oh dear.
you get
Like,
hit with
actually?
pain in the chest as you're
Oh,
walking.
okay.
Initially,
Different
than
than what I was expecting.
it kind of, and you just burp. It's heartburn. The stuff that you ate earlier.
No.
Evan, you bitch.
Don't do this to me.
God damn it.
I don't even get a con save against heartburn. It just
Plus 4.
No one gets it.
plus 4 from their
Yeah.
corner.
Unless you got Tums, man.
Ah.
Magical Tums, paladins. Keep them around.
Get the disease.
Uh,
Okay. So the travel to Elbador, Erebar. God, why am I the worst?
Ask myself that
We ask
every
each
once
other
in a
that
while.
all the time.
We'll take around 10 days time of walking. That's without any stops or hiccups. That's just a straight beeline to the initial to the city itself. Now, my question is, what kind of general direction, without a map, are you guys taking? There are remnants of the old road that will take you through part of the Chondlewood and up to north. If you take that path, you may or may not slow your progress or make it go quicker. If you continue to hug the river's edge, the path eventually does disappear, becomes open terrain along the river. So
the path
Uh.
used to be, at least, surrounded by the Chondlewood on both sides, right?
correct. It used to be. The large portion of the Chondlewood no longer exists on the left-hand side of the road. The main caravans kind of travel not exactly on the old road, but it is sort of in that general direction. So they kind of deforested a large portion of the Chondlewood to build this new sort of road to get south. Very recently was this road constructed for normal travel.
Would the road be path of least resistance, most likely?
Hard to tell.
I think Redrick, Dornan probably came from Minth. Ren
Ren
and
from
Isaiah
Ren.
all came from Erebar.
I also came down
So-
from Erebar.
Depending on
Yeah, I
how
said
you
you-
guys would have
Okay.
just done your initial travel, it's up to you. Whether you were taking the quicker road path and been susceptible to the eyes of those who take the road, or a more secretive, natural route, which may slow your progress, but you may see less traffic.
I mean, they know we're coming anyway, right?
I was just gonna say hugging the tree line might be better because we get cover if we were to get shot at again, but
Fair.
There's also things in the Chondlewood
that's
Mhm.
true.
to be
You
worried
also have
about that
friends in
aren't.
the Chondlewood.
That's true
Ooh.
too.
And again, I reiterate, we should check in with a headless, kind of pointing to all the fucking felled trees.
Are you suggesting we divert for that, or we do whatever
No,
Egg
I'm
did to Cavalcade?
suggesting, yeah, Egg. He's got his new thing.
All right. Well,
Whenever you can,
how?
of course.
Egg looks very nervous. So I can only do that one more time today because I might have.
We can
used-
end the. If you have it still by the end of the night, maybe before you rest.
Okay.
Or first thing tomorrow, something like that. We'll still be in the same spot at either end of the rest. But
Yeah.
how pressed are we feeling for time?
Not
That's a-
especially, I guess.
That's a tricky question.
Did we ever reach the end of like what looked like it was burned? Like, did that stop at any
You can
point?
see it in the
Yep.
distance as the daylight begins to change into evening. You can see it a few miles ahead of you, where like I said, the Chondlewood begins to reclaim its territory.
And
So
you said
it
that
was-
the
Good.
sorry, you said the woods are still up on either side of the road. But if we
Mhm.
hug the river,
they would not be, right? If you hug
Okay.
close to the river, the Chondlewood would be far to your east if you hug the river. If not, you would be following the road, but the Chondlewood would begin to hug your right side, the east as well.
so the road then, and we can take cover in the woods if we need to.
Yep.
If we take the river, we're in the open.
Now, remember, I'm not saying that you, like you said, you didn't want to divert, but where the Green Braids and Adlith and all that stuff happened in the tree is more of a southeastern direction, or direct east from Elbador. So you're beginning to travel north. You are going to get farther and farther away from that. destination.
So we would
Excuse
have to. It'd be the opposite direction.
Yeah, you would
pretty
kind of have to
much.
divert and kind of head southeast.
Right.
Um,
I'm not suggesting we go see her though.
So I guess take the road for a while, and maybe when we get close to our bar, we start looking for more cover, like a day out.
If I remember correctly, there's a town or a keep we might have to circumvent along the road.
That would
No,
be
that
that
was
is
if we-
Orpentar.
Yeah,
Ah,
there'd
okay.
be a
Between-
fort along the river that we'd have to pass.
That is Fort Erin,
Ah.
between Orbitar and Erebar.
Okay.
Pretty much the staple point of boundaries and borders between the two cities.
As far as those of us who came south remember, there wasn't like a
checkpoint or anything.
a Chondathian checkpoint, or
Not
at
when you
least
came south.
2 months ago.
Yeah, a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
changed.
Well,
We try to
Hopefully
hustle
we
for the
change it
tree
back.
line for camp tonight.
What time of day is it now?
It's getting towards the early afternoon, later parts of the morning and day morning daylight has kind of begun to fade. If you continue to walk any farther, you could probably reach where the Chanawood begins to hug the road again by nightfall.
Yeah.
I like
So
that.
let's go at least that long.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on one moment. Okay. Sorry. Got a random Discord ping that's diverted my attention for a moment. Anyway, you begin to follow the road. That's the direction you're taking, right? Not hugging the river. Okay.
Yeah.
And you walk, kind of thinking about what you're leaving behind, all of you. The devastation of Erebar from where you first started, the adventure that you went on. As you look to your east, you see the devastation that is the Chondath, and you remember taking that journey into the wood, initially with Adlith as your guide, where you first discovered that black tree. Things began to change ever since you discovered that. Some of you began to hear voices. You finally completed a task that only led into a bigger mission for the man that our friend Dorn and Co. signed a contract for. Took you on another wild goose chase. You now all head to a place where some of you have never been before. Some of you swore never to return to. And some still call home. As far as you know, the rumors of an explosion in the center of the city probably have some of you worried. What exactly this creature was that emerged from the ground. How destroyed is Erebar? You can all think of that on a 10-day walk to the city. And as evening turns to night, where would you like to camp?
In the trees a bit.
Like just inside
Try
the trees.
to find a spot with a bit of cover if we can.
Little clearing, maybe.
Perfect. You're pretty much just at the beginnings of the forest again. Now, if you would enter into a normal forest, usually it would be light tree cover and brush, but as you get deeper and deeper into the wood, it would get thicker and thicker and a lot harder to traverse. But it seems like right where you kind of meet the forest on this road, it is just thick brush and thicket that you can't really see too far into the forest itself. But you push your way into it and cut some of the brush away and make room for a small camp that you set up for the night. It is beginning to get a lot colder during the evenings as fall is slowly, finally creeping its way into full effect here. How would you like to set up camp this evening?
Doming it up.
Yes.
Do it.
Oh.
We domed so hard we kicked Evan.
Oh. Who's the DM now?
Dungeon
What
Master's
happens?
gone.
What do we do, guys?
All right, everybody gets 3 levels and at least 2 rare magic items. Go.
Quick, while he's not looking.
I'll roll for HP, and whatever happens, I'll keep it. Oh.
He back.
Hello.
I don't know what's this time. I was like, "Hello, can you guys hear me?" I heard you for a moment, and I was like, "Hello." I didn't even get a sound that I dropped. I was like, and you guys were all just frozen.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't
Oh,
know.
jeez.
Mm,
We love Discord.
Okay.
Okay,
the best.
how would you like to set up camp, everybody?
Dome.
Yeah.
The dome,
Link at the
Dome it
top.
up.
Yeah, she can make it comfy in there.
if
Um,
she's capable.
Are we going to have a fire in the dome? Can we?
Probably not a lot of room in there. We could do one outside and
All
just
right,
sleep in the dome.
fair enough. Isaiah will start working for this night. At the fire, he'll probably, much to Redrick's chagrin, actually take out some of his gold pieces and start using the campfire to soften them up and start working them out into fine threads, keeping up like the was that last night? Oh geez, it's been so long. Keeping up that little litany or mantra he was doing the last night as he was working, and he'll start drawing everything out under the campfire's heat. Maybe 1 or 2 heat metal spells to work it a little bit finer and get it nice and thin, and start spooling up a little bit of thread made out of his gold pieces.
I'm just gonna like as part while I'm setting up camp, like every now and then you'll see him like look over and just like, and then like go back to like whatever he's doing, just shake his head slightly.
I'll take first watch with Isaiah, but before we kind of get going on rest and egg, you want to reach out?
To
Adlith?
oh, yeah. Could we do it in the morning?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Because I still wanted to reach out to my mom first.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry.
Understandable.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be sorry. I'll take last watch.
I'll take second.
How many people do we have for first watch? I'm sorry.
Isaiah, are you going to spend your watch doing this? If you were going to take...
He's going to spend the whole night.
Okay. Just go ahead and roll me an intelligence check. We'll get to watches here in a second.
He's been thinking about sketching the designs for a little while, just in case some sparks of the ideas he's had before start going off as he actually gets it started, and he's going to flash that for a total of 16.
16. Go ahead and roll one more time for me. And add Ook's intelligence modifier, which probably is 0 or negative. Not sure.
It might be negative. -3.
Monkey nose.
Ooh.
Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. No, not that tight this time, Farouk. Holy crap. 15.
Ooh.
Nice.
Very nice.
Back to you later. Who's taking first watch?
Me,
Is anybody?
me, I guess. Yeah.
I would take first watch as well. I just didn't know if two people said yes to that.
Go ahead and roll me perception checks, both of you.
12.
12. 12.
12.
12.
God damn it.
God damn it, that's a 12.
I got an 8.
8 to 12.
I got an 8.
Gordon. Just making sure you're alive there, man.
I am
All right.
alive. I'm thinking.
Bird.
Checking with you, man.
Just
checking in.
occasionally yell at Gordon for no
Yeah,
reason.
yeah. I'm in a mood.
No,
I'm in a mood.
we're not starting this.
Okay. Darkness does come quickly as it is beginning to become fall. By the time you even get the dome up, it is dark out. You hear no sounds of wildlife around all of you. You hear the small crackling of the fire that sits in the center of the dome. You see Isaiah kind of feverishly working on something as he leans over the flame, kind of casting this odd shadow as the flame's low flicker kind of cause the shadow of Isaiah to move around the dome.
I'm gonna go sit next to Isaiah and kind of be watching him work just in silence for a few minutes.
At this point, Isaiah, this is probably where you are feverishly beginning your task, whenever you're kind of melting the gold and figuring out a way in your mind how you're going to be able to make these strands. Yeah. You probably don't even realize that he's there as you kind of escape to your mind for a while.
And
After a couple minutes, I'll You mentioned mistakes earlier.
Hmm? Oh, yeah. Everybody has. Well,
Felt a little more personal. Can I ask what you meant?
you can always. No, I'm just. Sorry, I told you all before. I used to do this sort of thing. It was a while ago now, but we had a great time. It's not too dissimilar from yours, but in a very different, much more positive sort of life. I was like 16 or so when I first got started. I was mostly just taking care of the gear. Wouldn't let me do any of the dangerous stuff. But yeah. One too many mistakes. Had this we were clearing out these ruins. Stupid little, like, I don't even know what they were. Some sort of goblin or kobold or something. Doesn't even matter. Hasn't mattered for years. We were a lot quieter than you and I have been recently. But so we
Not
were
hard to
doing
do.
getting better. But so we were, taking out little bits here and there, trying not to, raise the alarm and bring hell on earth down on us. Taking a little break, same way we always do. But there was this chest. Ah, man, it was ornate and pretty and heavy, full of something. They pulled me that morning out from under a pile of bodies. The good kind of pile, not the dead kind of pile. I was still so hungover. Missed the trap. Could hear the explosion probably from miles. Most of us walked out of that room, but then the horde came upon us. I think I was the only one that got out of there. You know, Castus says a lot about death and how bad it is. I don't think he's ever had to go to somebody's family and tell them their kid's not coming home. That's worse.
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand mistakes. Oh, fuck, I gotta I have to redo that section. Hold on.
It looks fine.
What does he see you working on at the moment?
So he's got it's called a strap cutter, except usually it's only made out of wood. This time it's made out of metal, and it's got a very fine line. So he's taking like a metal cup that he carries to boil water and stuff, putting it into the fire with some of his gold coins until they're not like working temperature hot, not like melting, but they're nice and soft, and they're nice and round. So the strap cutter is set up just so you feed in just a little bit of it, and since it's a circle, you just pull, and it just winds and winds through. And he does that each coin 3 or 4 times, getting smaller and smaller until it's this needle fine thread that can actually be used to stitch something. But he does have all of his tools set out and a couple cut pieces of the nightmare's hide off to the side. He keeps checking it to make sure things fit.
Can I ask, I don't know, another potentially personal question?
Hey man, all questions are personal, and considering everything, I'll answer any. Well, no. You're always welcome to ask a question. Something goes wrong, I'll tell you.
Fair enough. Earlier, when Velkin mentioned her friends in the order, not sure exactly what the reaction was, but there was something. That name, Indy, that hit you weird.
Maybe. It's a bad thought I got in the back of my head. Especially after we got Cade's opinion about knowing they were traveling together. And Vulcan said about that. I've never heard anything good about blood magic. Nothing that requires spilling of blood is ever going to be good. I don't know what those people are thinking. But Yeah. Might be someone I know. I don't know yet. Still working on that. Think I might. After he talks to his mother and Atlas. And maybe anybody else he's got on his list. Maybe I'll ask Egg for a hand.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing if it's someone you know?
I have absolutely no idea. It, there's too much we don't know. And if it is who I think it is, I asked about after we all talked to him. I asked about him. Said he didn't know him. If he and this Indy were traveling with Falcon. Means he lied to my face.
Yeah, but what we've learned about the Order since that first meeting with the bot, I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, remember, some of the Order.
So, it's enough to give me a fair amount of doubt.
All we have is doubt. Fuck.
Hard to trust anybody. But
Hard.
we should trust each other. So listen, I'm not going to press you for more detail. I understand if you don't want to talk about it yet or ever. But if there's anything I can do or the others can do to help, I'm sure they would agree. We're there.
Well, I am remembering what this feels like and how it works.
When I dropped you, pick me up. Let me pick you up if I can.
I mean, we've been moving for over a month now. I'm probably down at least 40 or 50 pounds. Might be getting there.
Yeah, I'm pretty strong.
Not that much stronger than me.
I'm already giving piggyback rides apparently, so maybe you're next.
Oh, that sounds wildly uncomfortable. Have you ever had chain on your... No, it's bad. But while we're talking, don't forget what happened on that cliffside. No matter how much this hurts or it gets bad, there is always fun to be had, and it should be had. It needs to be had. Just I do listen, and I do consider, even when I make deals on my own while you're telling me not to. I am listening.
You know, that's another thing.
Hell, man. We need all the information we can get. Who knows how long it would have taken us to find that.
I hear you. But boy, any deeper with Cade Snow, I don't think is somewhere we need to be.
Well, as far as we know, he's been watching over these pieces fucking forever.
Yeah, we don't know if that's a good thing, though.
No. Certainly sounds like better than the alternative.
Yeah, maybe. But again, we don't know enough. All we know is what he told us. Frankly, he hadn't given me any reason to trust him as far as I could throw him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's also kind of a dick. That's separate from the trust issues.
The highest order. But yes, that is separate from the trust issues.
Mizo was way worse. Mizo actually tried to kill some of us.
Yeah. Cade sent us to our death.
R.I.P.
I'm not opposed to doing awful people a good turn if it gets us where we need to be.
Well, what I would ask you to keep in mind in the future is what we talked about back in that dwarven room. I understand you tried to keep it singled out to yourself, but we're a group now. Whatever it is, it's not going to be just you. Even if you demand it to be, I doubt any of us would let you. So, just before you make any more unilateral decisions,
All decisions, when it comes down to it, are unilateral. These ones are just ones you don't like.
I don't know if I agree with that, but sure.
Besides, it's not the first time any of us had a contract with them. Kind of.
Kind of. But again, more reason not to trust
Oh.
the slimy son of a bitch. He lied
Shit.
about it.
Actually, speaking of which, we got to do that tomorrow. Whatever he
what?
did to me, that felt real. Falcon
looked like
should
it
be
hurt.
able to. The pain is a little bit easier than that. That was like being held underwater. Also, not a good time. I don't recommend it. I had this old friend. It was like half turtle or something. He could stay under there forever. Do not fuck with him. It would just pull you right. Oh man, it was worse than when you hit me in that river. Oh. But yeah, Falcon should be able to probably see if there's put something on me. Probably.
Maybe. Worth checking.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? Get a hold of your
Huh?
mom.
Just wakes
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
else up in the dome.
So while they were having that conversation, I wanted to try to get my thoughts together for like what I wanted to try to send a message to my mom, and eventually I ended up having to get up the courage to cast sending. And in Giant, I will do my best to say to her, "Food guard, this is stew season. A lot happened. Sorry, formal. Stay away from Chandlewood. Brown Dragon, she is alive. Hornbreaker survived fight. Miss." And
Let's say you have
the
about
message
3
ends.
more words.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. So you
Sure.
didn't add in. Okay. So names are one.
Yeah, stew season, hornbreaker. I would consider that to be one word.
Okay, cool. So, 'cause I tried to.
I love you.
Miss you, mom. Hi.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Miss you, mom. Hi.
Okay. You wait for her response. Stew seasoned. What are you? Why can't I not see you?
I forgot. Forgot.
This is odd. But Hornbreaker, you need to let him go. He's been gone for a long time. I hope you are doing well. Do not get yourself. That's where it ends.
Sit with that for a little bit, and then eventually get yelled over and snapped out of it. Huh? What? I'm sorry.
You all right?
Yeah. Yeah.
How's your mom?
She's okay. I probably should have explained that I'm like using magic to like talk to her because she was very confused. That was weird.
Maybe she's pooping.
Seems like
Well, there goes you guys being good tonight. There went that right out the window. There went that right out the window.
Our reward.
and she's good. She's worried. Just kind of sit there stuck back at thinking for a second. Is everything okay with you guys?
Yeah, fine. We're not trying to throttle each other, at least.
It's good.
I think
My
that moment's
ape is
mostly
completely unmolested, apparently.
passed for now.
I'm not really sure what that one word meant, but I'm hoping it's a good thing.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Generally
Good.
speaking, being
Molest
unmolested
means
is
touch
positive.
badly.
Oh, yeah, okay, very okay, cool. On
Yes.
the same page. I didn't know. Okay, that's a bad word. That's weird.
Well, it's a
Really need a word for that? Like, why?
it's a good word for a bad thing.
I mean, you'd think just not to do it, but
You would hope.
What? Time to wake up next.
Who's taking second watch?
Ren or Joel? I forget which one of you.
Was Dornan.
Who's taking third
you're
watch?
right.
Yeah, I'll
How are
go.
we
Kind of
supposed
nudge
to
his
remember your
shoulder.
name when you
Cast
can't?
it, Dornan, whatever your damn name is. You're next.
Leave me alone. Okay, fine.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Dad.
You pushed too hard.
Is Velkin awake at this point? Is she still awake?
You never know if she's awake or asleep. She,
He's always watching.
Velkin. Velkin. I gotta nudge her a little bit. Velkin.
What?
Quick, if you could just do me a quick favor. 'Cause we have nothing but time right now. Could you identify these tools I got from the Underdark?
Where did you get these again?
Oh, remember that awful place with the torturing and the beheading and the surgical suite kind of thing? Yeah, there's a tray of tools I had. So if you could look at that for a second, I want to just step outside for a minute and kind of get some air.
Okay.
Thank you. And I walk out, and first off, I want to take a look for the goddamn hawk.
One of these nights, he's just gonna go walking out of this dome and get himself killed. And she sits up and begins to ritually cast Identify.
We'll get him back eventually.
I'll
Look
look
by
for the
you
hawk.
saying something. Okay, perception check.
Jordan
All
takes
right.
one step outside the dome, and the hawk just picks him up and flies away.
That is probably not going to do anything, but that's net 20.
Ooh.
Wow.
So it'll be a 22 total.
You're positive there's no hawk.
Positive there's no
Absolutely
hawk.
Sure.
You do not see any signs of a hawk.
Okay. So as I'm kind of outside, just taking in the surrounding, because I still have this ability actually active, available to me, I am going to use my Radiant Soul. So I'm going to use my Celestial Revelation. And for a minute, I have this ability. So my wings are going to erupt from my back. And while they're out, I'm going to try to see if there's any sort of actual material, any sort of corporeal aspect to it, or if they are actually an illusion that Cade was saying.
You feel? I swear you feel something sprouting out the side of your back. Feel for feathers. You don't feel any feathers.
Okay. And I guess for the rest of that minute, once I realized I don't actually feel feathers, and so I kind of had to take in that to what he said. I'm just going to kind of focus on the concept of that hidden power, that dormant power he had mentioned when he was giving me all this information. See if I can think of what my dad's ability to open up portals to this in between world, and to see if try to just focus, see if during that minute if there's any other magical sensation than when I'm casting like when I'm healing myself, using light, using fire and electricity, using any of those abilities, trying to see if there's anything else like that feels different.
Okay, give me a wisdom check.
Okay, wisdom. I'll just burn my last lucky just for fun. Okay, wisdom check. My wisdom is that's a 16.
For that minute, you just kind of ponder on these abilities that you're able to perform yourself, and the abilities that you were told that your father could do as well, and you just try to admit something, anything, before a weird sound snaps you out of it. A sort of
around.
clicking noise. I can't really do it on the microphone, but almost like there you go. Almost like the sound of a clicker from The Last of
No,
Us.
that's real bad. That's real bad.
No.
And a sensation of cold. Freezing cold. You begin to hear the cracklings of ice being formed around the dome. You begin to look around in a frantic panic, but you do not see anything.
I'm gonna walk up to it and just kind of wipe away some of that any further frost that might be on it.
Yeah, you can see at the very bottom of the dome, the ice is slowly rising. When you put your hand on it, it does melt to your touch. It's not like it's thick ice that you would be trapped in or something like that, but you kind of take it and it kind of crumbles. But it also begins to slowly grow. As this ice and kind of thick, cold forms around the dome. When you touch it, it's so cold it burns.
Okay. I'm gonna try to thinking about it. I'm gonna just try to the ice go away.
You're gonna try to make this think about the ice going away?
Yeah, I don't know. I have
Okay.
nothing else. I don't know what to do.
You think. The ice does not disappear.
Okay. I'm gonna try to pass through the dome again to go back inside. My wings have after during all of that, then my wings will dissipate after. I'm sure that's happened within a minute or so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you go
and
in.
My wings.
So actually, this is what happens. Let me just do something really quickly.
Ooh.
As you place your hand on the dome, and you pull it away quickly, and it burns. You're like, ugh. You should probably get inside. You look up. In the forest, you see something standing above the trees. And also, your vision gets caught to the right. Something moving through the wastes that was the Chandal wood at the time. A large, thin shadow. Humanoid. Slender. but made of pure shadow. The head of what looks like a ram. These two large horns. Two of these things walk through the waist to your right. Their limbs long, slender. The hands and fingers just as long and slender as they drag along the dirt, leaving no sound. And as you look up, two red eyes appear, and you see this thing reach out. And as it does, the hand itself completely encapsulates the dome. You feel a breeze of cold air in your lungs, and everything turns to black. The rest of you that are awake in the dome, which is Isaiah at the moment, and Velkin, see Cassis emerge from outside. You don't see any ice forming on the dome like Cassis had seen. He mumbles a few words to Velkin, saying, "I'm not feeling too well. Can you let me know what those, what the tools do in the morning? Isaiah, can you take my watch?"
I'm a little busy over here.
Well,
You
Velkin,
alright?
yeah, just a headache. Just not feeling myself. I tried something outside. I just don't think it worked. The wings.
Maybe Calder could do something about that. No. Maybe Egg? Do you wanna get him up? Maybe he could fix what ails you.
I think I just need some sleep.
Alright.
You see him kind of cuddle back up in his bed, rolling on his side like he normally does. You see him begin to breathe, fall asleep. Well, can I go back to reading then if he's going to sleep?
No, I'm working. It's your turn for watch.
But I didn't want to take a watch tonight.
Aww.
Ugh, you're the worst. You really are a dad. You see her kind of set her book down.
Can y'all keep it down out there? Someone's trying to sleep.
You see Velkin just kind of sit up and gather her things and begin to take a watch as she normally was, barely paying attention to anything that's going on outside, but nonetheless taking a watch the best she can. Who was going to take the third watch?
Me.
What the fuck, dude?
I'm up anyway. I'll just get up all pissed off.
Oh, damn it. I was going to spitefully kick you awake.
Oh, okay.
You guys awake? Isaiah's working still deep into the night on a project, seemingly wanting to be unbothered by it. At this point, you can tell the dark circles are beginning to form under his eyes. He begins, as he normally does, mumbling to himself Anouk in working of his project. He's be doing something with the leather or the dragon hide or some sort of hide and messing around. Not usually tinkering like he usually does, but a different form of crafting.
I'm going to stand up and stretch.
Perception checks from both of you.
Sweet. Oh my
Fuck.
god, I cannot roll today. 7 for me.
12.
Perfect. It's all warm and cozy in the dome. You look out. You don't see anything moving. Kind of settle yourselves in for the rest of the watch.
He has wasted so much gold already.
I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. It reminds me of the panels of a dress.
No dress is worth that much. Dress made of gold,
Oh, yeah.
come on.
You'd be surprised. People pay a lot for dresses.
Mm.
More.
Some more?
Sound.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Who
Let's
wins?
do the watch. Rollies.
I agreed. 13.
You
Okay.
win.
Sucks worse.
Never lost a thumb more in my life.
I'll get you.
We'll see.
This isn't the last.
So, going back to Arabar. It's exciting.
That's one word for it.
Mm.
Where's the orphanage?
Eastern side of town. Just as far off from everything else as it can get. It's got its own
That's
little area around it.
Own little neighborhood.
Yeah. More like grass and death. It's a weird place.
Grass and death.
Yeah. I'm surprised you never heard of it, living in the city. Ariel?
I don't. Have I heard of it?
Go ahead and roll me a history check.
That is 14.
14. What would you consider Ren's and her family's standard of living? Moderate?
It's like middle class. It's decent. It's not like, gated neighborhood, but
You personally have never heard of it.
yeah. Where did I live?
I believe that was a DM question.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, sorry. Say that again.
I was just like, what area would Rin have lived in? Do you think?
I would say not. Well, the way that Airbar is kind of set up is odd. The districts are set up as where the government is run is dead center in sort of in the city, and then everything kind of spans out from it in a circular motion. So the closer you lived to the center, the obviously the more well off you were. The closer you lived to the river or the sea or on the outskirts of the city, the worse off you were. So it was kind of odd because anytime you would enter Airbar, you would always enter through poverty first, and you would always make your way up, as you saw, towards the Lord's estate. You could tell the increase of income was prominent. So probably somewhere in like the middle rings.
Yeah.
I mean, Airbar is a massive city with thousands of buildings. It is just a large circular port city that sits right along the sea, and everything is built around it in a large circle, and it takes up a massive part of a piece of land. It almost reminds me of, in a way, King's Landing of Game of Thrones, how it's like compact, full of buildings close to one another, right on the sea.
Right. I lived I don't know, halfway between the center and the edge. A little townhouse.
All right. Well, you know that house on the eastern side of town that no one would go trick or treating to on Hallows Eve because it was all creepy. That's
probably wasn't
the one.
allowed.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the one. But yeah,
Yeah.
they got all kinds of weird stuff going on there. It's home for the kids that no one else wanted. Put it that way.
Well, it seems like it would have been a good place to be recently.
Yeah. I think everyone here would have fit in at some point or another.
I think so.
Come to think of it, I mean, I guess we know it's a spell scar now, but she's seen all kinds of shit. The headmistress, she might be able to help you and Castus out. Might have seen our spell scar in the time.
Yeah, definitely. Anything I can learn. I don't really trust all the information Cade gives. But at least the spell scar seems to be confirmed.
Right. Yeah, we got was a little boy there a couple years back, older than me. He could read surface thoughts. It's all creepy. He'd always sit in the corner and just watch people.
You could read that?
Yeah,
That's really cool.
yeah. Sounds like
I can't.
close to what you could do. I don't know. We work with what we got.
Uh.
We had to get him a whole metal helmet so we wouldn't hear everything. It was a big deal. But
Oh wow.
yeah.
So like he couldn't control it?
He learned to, I think. I don't really remember. He left 5 years before I did, something like that.
That would not be fun. I'd like to be able to read thoughts, but not be able to not read thoughts.
I'll have to put you in touch unless he exploded with the city. I mean, who knows?
I doubt I don't think it's something I'm gonna learn. But I don't feel like I know everything yet. Oh, look what I figured out I can do.
Oh,
And she's
God.
just gonna like hold out her hand and she's gonna concentrate for a second. And you're just gonna see the green mist that pops up when she has her daggers, but instead of forming into a dagger, it's gonna like collapse onto her hand like a glove. She's gonna concentrate for a second, and then the green hand is gonna pop off and kind of hover in the air and then just poke you in the nose and
Oh.
disappear.
I can feel that one.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great. We can poke our enemies to death now.
Well, I figured maybe I could use it for like I've been practicing with it a little bit. When nobody's paying attention, and I think I can maybe use it to like try to open locks or disable traps from far away. So that'd be useful.
That's some very specific phrasing you've used there.
Well, I mean, we've come across traps, traps and locks.
No, but
Be
that
nice to not get sprayed in the face with acid.
especially if Mizo's little stone doesn't get the job done,
Yeah,
or gets the
Or,
job done, but Calder loses his arm anyway, or something like that. You never know.
that sucked.
Yeah.
Although, why
Yeah.
couldn't the tree that we met have like had cool hand regenerating abilities and not like creepy voice abilities?
I know it's unfair. We lost the bet on the trees.
We did. Drew the short stick.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You want to go bother Isaiah?
Yeah. Just walk over to Isaiah like, what are you doing? What's this for? What's this do?
Okay, that's cold. That's a fire. Oh, sorry. Let me put that away.
Isaiah,
That's yes.
as they approach, you've been kind of dealing with your own surprise. In a way. You finally smelted the gold down into long, thin strands, enough to be able to tie this piece of dried leather that you now have been curing and drying for some time now. You form it into a pouch. You know what you want to do. But you have no idea what the next step is. You've never tried anything like this without actually hammering and using your own abilities. This is just coming straight from an idea that you had. An act of kindness for a friend missing home. You hold it in your hand. The pouch is complete. You make sure the strands open and close as best as you can. You've sewn the extra pocket into it. How big is it?
About this big.
Perfect. Do you want to explain what it looks like?
Sure. It's so it's the nightmare's hide. So it's dark blacks. It looks like a fairly simple pouch with a couple of belt loops on the backside, and two inner pockets. He used the gold he spun out to stitch the sides and everything together, and kept going. so that around all of the outside there are images of in the thread of cinnamon and garlic and rosemary and thyme and a whole bunch of just nuts and herbs and spices in their whole forms. And on the top, he used the same thread to weave in some more dwarvish runes that he's been doing. But that's what it looks like.
And you hold it in your hand. Damn it. You gotta put it away. And at that moment, you can hear sort of the sound of your friends talking behind you. Hushed whispers, trying to be as quiet as possible, but it's Ren and Redrick. Reminds you of children from home. You hear a familiar sound to you. The chest cavity of Ook opening. It quickly snaps you out of your thought process and you quickly turn. You see Ook has done it himself. He holds his chest cavity open and you see him sitting there for a moment, staring at you. And he does one thing. He reaches in there and almost out of the emptiness that is Ook's chest, no longer really burning with that immediate fire like he once had, like with the stone inside of him, you see a small bead of blue light begin to form around 2 fingers that he has kind of put into his chest. And you see him begin to pull. As he does, one tiny blue strand of blue fire
Reach out and grab it.
it burns for a brief moment. And as you kind of drop it, you see it flutter. Like a leaf or a feather in the wind. You see it begin to wrap around the pouch. It emits blue light for a moment, and at this point, you two, Ren and Redrick, approach him. And you all 3 of your faces are kind of lit up for a brief moment as the blue flame kind of just briefly ignites the dome. As it dims and fades around the pouch that Isaiah has made, you hear say it again, Ren. I did not hear you.
Ah, fucking hell. These headphones. What was that?
That was Oak helping me out.
He does that now?
He's done that a few times.
I mean, he's always tried to help, but this was not 100%, but I was trying to make something new, and I guess maybe Ook wanted to help, offered up a little bit of himself, same way I was trying to do.
What did you make?
Let me, and he'll open it up and reach into one of the pouches and try to pull something out.
What do you pull out? What are you thinking? What are you trying to pull out?
A chili pepper.
One small dried chili similar to the one that you had found hanging in that shop so long ago in Elbador, emerges from the pouch. From the pouch. Is in Isaiah's hand.
So you used all that gold for a bag full of chili peppers.
Where did that come from?
It well. Oh God, I really hope I didn't just make a portal to some poor grocer shop. Oh God, that'd be horrible. No, it's it was made. That was the point of the bag. It makes certain things. Not just the one chili pepper. I'm sure we'll see, but
Can it make the gold back? Cause
Gonna give Redrick a withering look.
alright, I'll show you.
Gold flakes.
all right. Think about this. What is the point of gold?
Listen, I was just fucking with you. That's pretty awesome, I gotta say.
No. But I don't need hundreds and hundreds of gold. I'd much rather put it to good use.
Everybody needs food. I'll kind of like look at it and look at the designs on the outside, and so like, is it just food? Does it do herbs and stuff too?
I think that's more for its owner to say. We'll figure
At
that
that
out.
point, all three of you here, as the fire has gone out.
High alert.
One low,
Yep.
lonely trail of smoke. The
Looking
dome
around.
is usually comfortable, even without flame. Ren, as you begin to look around quickly, you see the breath of all of your companions.
reaching to shake people awake.
Isaiah's gonna light up the hammer.
And as you begin to shake people awake, you can see ice begin to form around the dome on the outside.
Vulcan specifically. She's the first, then Calder.
Yes, what? Oh,
Vulcan, what's going on?
Something's wrong.
I've never seen this happen before.
Fire just went out. Why is it so
Hold on.
cold?
Should I get rid of it?
Everyone up?
No.
I'll start like kicking
No.
people awake while they're having this conversation.
Don't get rid of it. I'm gonna
Not
peer outside of the dome and see if I can see anything.
Oh,
What?
I wake up.
Oh,
Yeah,
So
what
go
happens
ahead
when
and
I
give me
try
a
and wake up Dornan?
All right,
Perception check?
Yes, give me a perception check. Calder, you kicked awake. Pissed.
Fucking hell. 13.
Pissed.
Fucking pissed.
God damn it!
What was it?
13.
You were just in the state of panic. It's hard to be able to see even through this thick, frosty dome. As the ice, you watch it climb till it fully encapsulates the dome, and hear it's like harden.
The moment I have my wits about me enough and am like alerted to what's
Calm
going on,
down,
I'll
Calder.
divine
Calm
sense.
down.
Shinka!
Yeah, well, I will divine sense.
Okay. What's the distance?
60 feet.
You don't sense anything,
Hmm.
even from your friend Dornan.
I also would sense anything that is consecrated or desecrated. So
Indeed.
if there's like an aura of that,
There's
nothing
not.
like that either. Okay.
Redrick, as you kick Dornan over, well, kick him to wake him up. He doesn't move.
Dornan, come on. This game again.
Kick him, he kind of rolls into your kick.
Shit. I'll like get down and like look real close and like start like shaking him, like look at his eyes.
Wasn't he taking second watch? He didn't wake me up.
He had a headache. Asked Welcome to take over.
Yeah, I'll get down there with Roderick too and check his pulse.
I'm gonna.
That's it,
pull...
just a headache? He was sitting here and then he had a headache?
You roll him
He-
over to go to check his pulse. He is freezing cold
Something's wrong.
and
Egg.
pale.
Is there a heartbeat?
I'm gonna
Mess
pull.
check.
I'm gonna pull open his eyes.
Pull open his eyes.
His like an eye. Doctor exam.
Oh, Christ. Two.
Hold on.
I don't know where the pulse is. I'm just like.
What is it? I'm just gonna. I'm gonna see.
Here's the
Calder
thing,
trying
though.
to,
Just
like,
give me 1
figure
second,
something
guys,
out.
please.
Okay.
Calder, as you roll him over to check his pulse, you're startled by a sight. As you see, the veins have kind of begin to really turn blue and purple as this black, pale skin, like frostbite, has consumed Cassis or Doran's face. His eyes lay wide open. He's not breathing.
Just instinctually, I'm gonna dump 5 points of lay on hands to neutralize disease.
Okay. No effect.
Fuck. I'm gonna do another 5 points of just straight healing and see if that does anything.
You lay the hands. You can feel the warmth of the flame on his skin. For a brief moment, you have hope. No effect.
Come on, buddy.
What happened? He just said he had a headache, and
Yeah, he was playing around with his wings, and then came back in, said he had a headache.
He went outside?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my hand against the side of the dome and just see if I can.
Freezing cold.
Fucking hell.
I'm gonna.
I'm going.
Sorry, go ahead. Hank.
What is it? I'm gonna grab a blanket. I'm gonna grab a blanket and wrap it around most of my rapier, but it's like still like kind of like sort of like wrapping my hand as well. I'm gonna cast heat metal on my rapier. I'll take the damage because I'm holding it, and then I'll take my hand out and kind of like cover it up with the rest of the blanket, and just kind of like shove it under Dornan's shirt, just to see if just immediate heat
Space heater.
would just help.
Yep.
Yeah, like I don't know, like I just know that like heat helps. So
Shit, what do we do? Has anybody seen anything like this before?
No effect.
I'm gonna cast detect magic and look Dornan up and down.
I'm just gonna start looking around outside the dome.
gonna-
Perception check.
I'm gonna
take
my
a
physical-
swing
go
at
ahead.
the. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna take a swing at the ice with the hammer, see if I could break it open.
23
Yeah,
on the
that's good.
perception to see if I can
Okay.
see anything through the frost.
You cast what? Detect magic?
Detect magic, correct? Yes.
And when you do that, the only thing that resides as magical is the items that are on Dornan's person.
Okay. No effect on him.
Isaiah, you take the hammer. It shatters for a moment. You put a hole in the ice, but then it just begins to close back up again.
23 to see if I can see anything through the dome.
You look out. You even have to wipe off the condensation from the inside. You look out. Spot something. Way off in the distance, about a mile. Similar one of those creatures that Dornan had saw. Slowly
Moving
Just walk
Towards us?
sort of towards the Chandlewood. As you look out, sort of angling in a northeastern direction.
What the fuck is that? I'll point it out to anyone that might know more.
Now, when I say it's large, it's about 15 to 20 feet tall. It's hard to
Christ.
tell from this distance. Just like a slender shadow. Almost as if
Slender
you would
man
look
if
at
you-
your shadow cast on the road or the sidewalk. You know how it has that slender type of figure,
Hmm.
but the head of a ram is unmistakable.
Falcon,
After
Falcon,
he
Yes, what?
come look. Come see if you know what this is.
Give me a moment.
having that pointed out by Redrick, I'm gonna put a hand on either side of Castus's face. Say, "Come on, buddy." I'm gonna cast Protection from Evil and Good.
Okay, you want to explain what that does to me?
Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures: aberrations, celestials, elementals, fey, fiends, and undead. The protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throw against the relevant effect.
You cast the spell. No effect.
I don't know what the fuck that thing is, but
It's
it's
at
got to
that
be what's
point.
behind this.
And it's at that point that Vulcan.
What is it?
I think he's dead.
No.
Did my
Ow.
heat metal thing do anything? Seem like it's doing
No
anything?
effect. I think
What
he's
is
dead.
that thing? Do you know?
She rushes up to the side of the dome. She seems frightened.
It's got to be what's behind this. I'm gonna do my fire hand thing and start melting the ice and starting to make a way through to the outside.
Dornan. It's at this point, your eyes. You're in the air. Surrounding you, it's nothing but black. To your left, right, above, below. And you begin to descend to a blackened floor. When you finally touch, you notice that you are not wearing any clothing. The only light that emits is from behind you. It's bright blue light. You land in what seems like an inch of water, with no source of a floor. At that point, kind of shake your head and cast your hair back. You see something appear. What looks like a large scale on a pedestal emerges in your vision. You blink. One side heavy with sand, the other empty, weighing to your left. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Fucking
Oh my
What?
God.
What?
Oh.
Everybody, be here next week. I don't care what happens. I don't care if your mama gets shot. Be here.
What the fuck? Why'd you go outside the dome, man?
Oh,
just wanted to play with my wings.
creepy clicking and cold
You should have
needs to go
known.
inside.
You should have known what was gonna happen.
You had to be the special little frozen PC.
Oh
Oh
my
my
god. Alright.
Damn it.
Jeez.
Is he dead?
We don't know.
His body is.
He's 100% dead to all of you. You felt no pulse. He looks dead. His eyes are lifeless. Vulcan pretty much confirmed to all of you that he is deceased.
The fuck?
Well, that sucks.
As soon as we get a chance,
Anyway.
if nothing changes.
Alright. Okay.
Nope,
we gotta end the
they will
episode.
change.
We gotta end the episode. We can discuss this afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, more.
We're done. Alright.
We need more.
anyone that's still here, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging with us through whatever just happened. Yeah, come join us on Sunday, 8:30 p.m. for we're doing Speechless this week, so we can discuss this a couple of days sooner. Because we're gonna be recapping this episode and try and figure out how to save our friend, I guess, from death. So come check us out then. Mac and I and whoever else decides to show up will hang out and discuss this situation. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. Have a great week, and we'll catch you next Wednesday. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.